Hey y'all, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Let's get in here and get this thing over and done with, y'all. We got to talk about what we just saw. We got to figure out if which part of this is real, which part is made up, which part are they forcing, which part is like some type of knee-jerk reaction to some other foolishness. So get in here, hit the like button as you come in so I don't have to beg all night, because y'all know I beg. I ain't too proud to beg, okay? I will go straight David Ruffin, and we'll just go down through there. But please hit the like button as you come in. Get comfortable. Get your snacks, your drinks, your libations. Matter of fact, hey, Marlo, bring me a cold water. Y'all, I need some water too, because I feel like I'm going to have to lubricate my throat. It's going down. Tonight it is. Because, y'all, I saw a whole lot of fakery. A whole lot of foolishness, a whole lot of stuff that really didn't make no sense. We saw people like quote unquote pretending to be activated when it was really nothing even to be activated about. So we're going to get into that because, as you know, okay, Dora has her backpack, but y'all know Nitra got her notebook, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going through this notebook, and we're going to break down everything that went on. And for those of you who have decided that y'all are not watching this abortion on Bravo, then you can come over here on the porch and I will give it to you straight. I will suffer so you don't have to. Now, let me greet everybody who's on the porch, and then let's get into this thing called RHOA, okay? Because I know y'all got some opinions and I can't wait to hear them. Now, let me see who up in here. Let me see. Bianca Edwards. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Y'all, Bianca's asking y'all to hit the like button too. Okay, get your drinks and hit that like button. Katrina Taylor. Hey, boo. Auntie Eva is in the house. God's anointed daughter. Hey, sis, what's up? She made it. Miss Peach is in. Oh, hey, boo. How you doing? She said, hey, Royals, y'all holler back at your cousin. See how she doing. Debbie Garcia. We got one of the Debs up in here, so I know it's real. Miss Sparkle, y'all, our resident Mary Kay lady, is in the house. Sharice Williams, hey, gorgeous. It's so good to see you. Kristen, how are you? Girl, don't worry. I'm going to give it to you blood raw. These people, I'm like, I see through their mess, girl. That's all I'm going to say. I see through their mess. Hey, Annie Gant, Dialogue Sisters, how you doing? My favorite nephew is here. That's right. I ain't showing her nothing on this live because she faking phony too, and she's gonna get drugged. Miss Weedy Pooh, how are you? Deborah Randall, the second Deb is in the house. So again, you know it's real. When you see them two Debs in the house, it's real. How you doing, girl? My plum, how are you? Happy to be happy. I'm glad you made it. Nacho Twins mama is in the house. Patricia Robinson, hey sis. Girl, don't worry. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on, and then you can decide whether you want to sit through it or not. Hey, Vita from Denver. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're going to pray for you with your eye surgery, girl. Hope everything goes good. Cheryl, you made it. All right. This is A. Hey, boo. Miss Gardner. Hey, sis. How you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Always good to see Miss Gardner. I love that girl. Jay Delaray in the house. Hey, Bookie. How are you? It's so good to see you too. Listen, anytime it's Housewives time, it's like a family reunion. I get to see everybody then. DS, how are you? Vanessa Comagate, you made it. Cool gamer, always cool, always in the building. DV, how you doing? Okay. Yep, we're going to start with Sheree and that mess. Yes, we are. Angela Davis, how you doing, love? It's so good to see you. Okay. I just want to make sure I don't miss nobody before I start running my mouth, because I do have manners and I try to act like it. Okay. It's my girl, Queena. Hey, Queena. The beautiful, the gorgeous Niecy Rose is in the building. All right, sis. Good to see you. All right. Tanya Hudson. Hey, girl. How you doing? Mama's Peanut is in the chat. Y'all tell Mommy's Peanut hello. She telling y'all to get y'all like button on. So hit it. Yvette all the way from Birmingham, UK. Miss Gardner is a member of the royal family. Listen, y'all better give a big royal family welcome to our good sis, Miss Gardner. She been family unofficial for a minute. So y'all got to show her some official love. We so glad to see you. We glad to have you. We love you, sissy. Y'all make sure y'all give her a welcome in the chat. Shani, how you doing? Hey, DM Rocks, how you? Miss M01, that's my girl. How you doing? Yep, we about to get to talking about these heifers. We got plenty to say. And we're going to get on into it. Lil Mackie in the house. Hey, Lil Mackie. Delightful by design up in here. How are you? Okay. Yet. That's my girl. How are you, Tiffany Jackson? She made it. Good to see you. All right. Did we get everybody? No, Mo Rucker. Girl, how you doing? It's so good to see you. So listen, y'all know the rules around here. Before we get going, we got to do a little bit, like the stewardesses on the airplane. Okay. You ain't got to buckle your seatbelt, but these are some rules for this porch. Number one, everybody's welcome. So if I accidentally don't greet somebody, y'all make sure y'all greet the people as they come into this porch. Everybody is welcome. No one should feel tolerated. Everybody is welcome. Hey, Deborah Harris. Hey, Miss Nisi. Okay, number two, everybody has to be respected on the porch. People don't have to agree with you, and that's okay. We still family. Okay, tongue and teeth fall out, family don't. So even if they don't agree with what you're saying, please, everybody be respectful. If you feel the need to cuss all you want to. Just misspell your cuss words, okay? Misspell them. And the last and most important rule, Nitra ain't got no favorites on these shows, so anybody can get it. Matter of fact, y'all put it in the chat. Anybody can get it. That way we know, everybody know what time it is. Nitra don't have no favorites on these shows, so put it in the chat. Who can get it? Anybody can get it. Anybody can get drugs, so don't get sensitive if your fave is on the docket for the night. Couture Bay, hello, beautiful. You already liked the video. Thank you so much. DM Rocks, thank you for the super chat. See, I wonder what Melody thinks about Sheree dating her ex-husband. Child, if she like me, she wouldn't be thinking about it at all. He an ex for a reason. I know that's right. Morgan D, how you doing? So look, that okay, I see it in the chat. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Yes, anybody can get it on this porch. If I catch you slacking or lacking, anybody can get it. DGF 627, child, long time no see. Good to see you. Hey MJ. That's TT Baby. Okay, that's right, DV. Anybody can get it. Ain't nobody safe on this porch. High Vibe, how you doing? That's right, straight up. I don't spare nobody. So please, if your favorite in the wrong, understand your favorite gonna get drugged. That's any night of the week. Anybody can get it on the porch. Hey, Nona, that's right, Nona. Tell them. Tell them now. We don't spare nobody over here. Hey, BJ Dez. Hey, it's Tish. They ain't safe. Not over here. So let's get into this show. Like I said, y'all, please pay attention. If y'all see somebody that's here for the first time, please welcome them. Okay? Think about if it was you. If you came in a space that you hadn't been in before, you weren't sure about the people, you would want people to welcome you. So make sure if you see somebody that's their first time, or even if you just never paid attention to them before, greet people. Be nice, okay? Mr. James, I know that's right. So look. Let's get into this show. So, first of all, let me just tell you this. I didn't like how they started off. Now, and this is not just my bias, because I am biased. I'm very biased, okay, about foolishness, because I don't really care for foolishness. However, I ain't like how they started the show. Hey, Gail Sunset. I ain't like how they started it, y'all. They started it. Hey, Cecilia. They started it with Sheree and Martell. Now, first of all, let me just say for the record, I don't know where he was coming from. He could have been coming from somewhere waiting tables. Hey, Sherry Scott. He could have been coming from somewhere waiting tables. He could have been, he could have been coming from his second job as a lawn jockey. I don't know where Martell was coming from with that get up on. I do know that jacket was ill-fitting and it looked like it was cutting off his circulation. By the looks of that jacket that Martell had on, that funny looking white jacket, I don't believe he could feel his fingers. Okay, and I got a real good look at him. I said, now that's a strange looking little fella right there. But if she like it, I love it. It's none of my affair. It's none of my business because I don't have to touch that strange looking gentleman. That's just, that's her business. Say look like a country bumpkin in ATL. Well, how vibe? I got news for you. Almost everybody in ATL look like country bumpkins, especially the people from ATL. I said it, and I'm not taking it back. So now they sat up there, and Sheree started running through. Hey, Eb, so start running through how they met. Yes, girl, lawn jockey with your pretty self. How you been? Mm-hmm. Lord Cherry Scott say Martel love them tight clothes. Ooh, child. Look, I don't know what he had on, but Sheree went to talking about they met through a mutual friend, and that she been seeing him every weekend since they met, and that she want him to move closer. I'm like, girl, you jumping the gun, ain't you? Wasn't the baby mama or somebody just talking about they was still together and y'all was for the show, and he was saying it wasn't nothing to it. Now you want him to move closer. Now this is where Sheree lost me, y'all, because I don't know whether Sheree is just talking because she think it sound good on the show, or whether indeed she really believed that this man like her like that. I don't know. And I'm not saying nothing about Sheree. Sheree is a very beautiful lady. Her shape is the bomb.com. She is a certified assassin when it comes to that shape and everything, all that, the whole package. She got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that this man seems as though he's after something and it ain't her. That's all I'm saying. Now, with that being said, she in her confessional really making a fool out of herself. And I feel like production is trying to make a fool out of Sheree too, because if y'all peep, production gonna ask her, going to basically try to check her about what she said about leaving the door open to love, and she glad she didn't give up on love and blase squaze. So the girl was like, oh, so are you saying you in love? She's like, no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm glad I left the door open. And I'm like, that's her business. If she won't want to leave, she want to leave the door open on love. Some people be tired of that love stuff. She says she ain't tired, but I feel like production wants to embarrass her for dating this man too. And, real life, if I'm telling the truth, Sheree ought to be slightly embarrassed for trying to date the likes of a Martel Hope. But, that's neither here nor there because, I'm not her and she ain't me. So anyway, then she talking to the chef. She brought the chef in, told him she had a surprise for him or whatever. So she talking to the chef about the menu, the seafood and salmon and all that nonsense. And she go to talking about how she liked the way he looked and he got big dang-a-lang energy. And I'm like, Sheree, you too old to be talking like that, but okay, ma'am. So they, panned over to him changing clothes. And I'm like, okay, you look like you work out. I don't know why his head is so small, but in relation to the rest of him, but hey, again, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I need to mind my business. That's all. So then he comes on down and see that they cooking. He act like he was like he was disappointed at the quote unquote surprise. Say he gets down there and saw a woman and he was like, oh, it's like that already. And then Sheree with an overshare to let us know that she had considered a threesome with Bob the Cyclops. I said, have mercy, dear Lord. Deliver me, Jesus. She said, Sheree Whitfield. Sheree Whitfield said she had considered a threesome with Bob the Cyclops, y'all, and said that she backed out, but he went on and slept with somebody else anyway. And I'm just sitting there like, Lord, Sheree, I don't know if I would have told anybody that. I wouldn't have told nobody but the Lord, and wouldn't have told him if he didn't already know. So anyway, then they went to talk about Sanya's invite to Ross's party, and she lets him know that Kandi called him an opportunist. And child Martel is quick with the comebacks. Hey, Sheila Bryant, honey, he quick with it. Just sassy, baby. He said, no, do she know what an opportunist look like? An opportunist is her husband. I said, well, God, he was sassy, but he wasn't wrong. Yes, Couture Bay, she is a mess. She is a mess. That's what she is, a mess. So I'm sitting there like, all right, it is what it is. And yes, he do look like Panther from Thundercats. He do the way his head shaped. Yes, he do. Look just like Panther. So anyway, So then they kept going, and she was like, oh, I know Kenya gonna be happy to see you. And he was like, I don't even know her. Why would she be happy to see me? And so she was like, well, she always asking about you and everything, and said that, you know, she probably just happy, you know, to know I'm happy. Now, we all saw, y'all know I love to go. Where's my favorite place to go? Put it in the chat if y'all know where I'm about to go. Oh, put it in the chat if you know where I'm about to go. Or sing it with me. Back down memory lane. We got to go back down memory lane. Now, y'all remember at the last reunion, if you can call it that, with them strange outfits, Kenya was sitting up there then. Oh, Martel, girl, is that Martel? And he. Martel, 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 Martel. So, Sheree wasn't lying. That's right. I said in the chat, that's where we going. Back down memory lane. And so the shock, imagine my shock and surprise. Imagine how thunderstruck I was when later on in this episode, Kenya is jumping on the hate train and bashing Sheree for being with same man that she was pretending like she was so giddy about her being with. You understand me? See, that's why I said it's some fakery going on with this show, some real fakery, and I'm not really buying it, y'all. If I'm telling the truth and I'm being for real, I'm not buying none of this crap. I feel like a lot of it is just straight up storyline. It's straight up, right, Morgan D? You know I got to call it out. You know I got to call it out. Yeah, she said it too. Kenya said he had big dang-a-ling energy. She said, that's right. So you went with me back down memory lane. Now, she's had all these wonderful things to say. Now, all of the sudden, and I do mean all of the sudden, now she got a problem. Out of the clear blue. This man ain't slapped you, hit you, pinched you, kicked dirt on your shoe, stubbed your pinky toe, nothing. Right, Couture Bay, it's fake. AF. That's right. I like when y'all abbreviate the cussing. I like that. Okay, you caught that? I told you they be faking, they phony, they phony, they phony. Yep, how vibe is giving scripted. It's giving scripted. So listen. So then they get past all that, and we get to Kandi and Don Juan and the other lady that come up in there. I don't even remember her name, so she wasn't that important. And they sitting up in there talking, and they immediately go to talking crap about Sheree and the website down. And you know, Kandi was like, well, we tried to help her, but she didn't want to pay nobody. And I tried to help her, but she kept saying she had people. And it's not your business, number one. And number two, why you sitting up with your employees talking about another woman's business? How pathetic is that? But anyway, I guess that's just Kandi. Then they say the candy-coated night's coming again. I'm like, oh my God, it was horrible the first time. But here we go again. Then she lets on that her 6-year-old been crying, and they showed a clip while she doing the confession that the baby crying, telling her he want his mama, and she talking about, can't your auntie Cat do it for you? The baby crying for his mama, not his Aunt Cat. Not his Aunt Cat. See, this is what happened. You know what? Y'all heard that old adage about people with throwing rocks and stuff in glass houses. See, this is why I couldn't take her serious when she was having a hissy fit because a Marlo, who ain't never been nobody's mama, got fed up and sent them children to her sister's house for a little while. And you, ma'am, it's easy to talk about who you ain't never sent away when you ain't never had to raise nothing on your own. You got a whole tribe there and your children still begging for you and you still don't have their time. See, this is what's going on with them people in the houses with them glass stones and rocks and stuff. This is why you shouldn't be throwing rocks in them glass houses, okay? Because I really felt bad that baby crying, and it's like, ain't no way in hell you feel like that's normal for your child to be crying and looking for you. That's not cool. I'm sorry. It just ain't. So anyway, Kenya shows up, Monyetta show up. Kandi starts, going in. She want to throw her little comments in to make sure everybody sees that she's checking Monyetta for not taking up for her last season with Marlo. But during that conversation, it was really nothing for Monyetta to take up with. Marlo told how she felt about what Kandi had to say about her needing a break from them bad children. And so the girl listened to her. What else the hell did you want her to do? Okay, Monyetta ain't do nothing to you, but whatever. So then they let it out. Monyetta the one introduced Kenya to the clear boy. She said she liked the clear boy. That's cool. She said she been separated since 2019 and the chocolate Barbie needs to go out and do her thing. Okay, that's cool. But if I remember correctly, wasn't she the one shaming somebody by dating while they were separated and not officially divorced? Don't make me go back down memory lane. But if memory serves me correctly, that is just about how that happened. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. Hey, Nicole Lampley. She say this should be Candy's last season. Done with her, child. She's annoying and aggy. Hey, Angie McIntosh. Okay, sis, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Trina say Kandi ain't raised Riley, Joyce raised her. Amen. That's probably why she turned out to be such a lovely young lady. Because she's definitely a lovely young lady. Okay. Miss Peaches say Kandi and Kenya, the very reason I can't watch this show, I can't stomach them. Girl, listen, I had to really buckle down and make myself sit through it. It was a lot. So anyway, then Kenya brings up Sheree. And Kandi admitted that her doing a spoof on Sheree was her being petty. Like, anybody can see that. I'm surprised anybody was entertained by that. It gives very high school to me. But anyway, so Monyetta and Candace say they've been hearing gossip in the street that Martel was coming up there and hollering at other chicks. Even if he was, them people not married. I'm just not understanding how a grown woman got time to clock another woman, man. But again, I don't babysit people's men. I don't want nobody babysitting mine. But maybe they got time to babysit. Who knows? So that's when Kenya. Now, this is where Kenya really lost me, y'all. She lost me. She sat up there and said the man tried to holler at her, y'all. Kenya said that Martel went in her DM and Kandi like, oh, he slid in the DM. He slid. So Kandi jumps up because she want to see it where she could run and holler and whinny and neigh from the top of his mountain. Okay, that's what she wanted to do. So she went over there and accepted. I guess, like, how when you on Instagram and somebody want to send you a message, you either accept it or whatever, or accept or follow. I don't know, but they accepted something. And then when they get there, it wasn't no message and they tried to clean it up. Oh, he deleted it. Hey, Lord Darren Hood, as I live and breathe. Kinfolk, how you doing? Them dumb spoofs are not entertaining. They real corny. This is the thing. How you open it up? Oh, he deleted it. Child boo. What the hell did he even say to you? Number one, you never told us what the man said. And we all know Kenya like to lie. So I'm not believing him. Hey, Red Majestic Diva. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. You need more people. You need more people. Period. It's not believable. It's just not. And it's like, where did this come from all of a sudden? You was all excited for Sheree to be dating him. Then all of a sudden now he tried to holler at you and you don't like him and blah, blah, blah. Okay? So then Candace sit up there and talking about Todd want her to help him produce some movie scripts he done wrote, and that he's complaining that she got time for everything else, but she ain't got time to help him. And that she said that she went to crying. she do that Billy Goat cry. And she's like, he just wants to make me the problem and this and that. And he told me the time and I asked him if he could change it because I got this. And then she gets in the confessional and is like, well, I just have to figure it out, because of how he feel. And it's a lot. And I know he feel like, girl, the bottom line is he wants you to help him make some money legitimately on his own. Because everybody know he just spending your money. And he want her to be invested into helping him be a man. God forbid he be a man on his own. God forbid you go find a producer on your own. God forbid you go and create yourself. Be a self-made man. Instead of trying to force and bully and guilt a woman into trying to make you a man. Okay? Now, Martel done already said that him and Kandi both need to be respectful because ain't they both about 3 feet tall. I said, have mercy, God. And then production didn't do it no better. Gonna sit up there and show that Todd 5'7" and Kandi 5'5". I said, have mercy. Have mercy. Hey, Tiger Eye. That's all I could say. Culture says she called Portia every name but God. Yes, she did. You remember that, right? Yes. He's Mr. Mom. That's what he say. And he putting all that out there. He putting all that energy out there. So when he leave her, he can try to get child support and take her children. I'm telling you, I don't trust Todd. Miss Nisa say Kenya is messy. She can't keep a man. She have a rent-a-center man. I mean, that's cool. If she don't want one, I just feel like if she want one, go have one and stop harassing people. It's weird. Yes, that's what happens when you're unequally yoked. Absolutely. She definitely tried it. Definitely tried it. Delightful say they just trying to show that Todd is at least doing something. Right. But I'm going to tell you something, Delightful. I feel like he's trying to put pressure on Kandi to make him into a man. Rather than him challenging himself like a man, he's trying to put pressure on Kandi to make him a man. That's what's going on. I'm telling y'all, mark my words. Hey, Gossip News, don't worry. I'm going to catch you up and then you can catch it, on one of the runbacks. And Miss Emma say, why can't Todd get some partners to help him produce his movie? No, because he feel like it's Kandi's responsibility. You've been a loser your whole life. Now it's her responsibility to make a winner out of you. Okay. Right. Pity. Pure pity. That's what it is. All day. All day. So, anywho, they get through all that, with him, with her decrying and Kenya talking about some sisterly advice. You just have to make time for your husband. Girl, if you was a real sister, you'd have told her the truth, but we know about you. So then we get to Sanya and her family with the party planning in the Harlem Nights theme. And then we see something funny happening with Sanya's sister. I say, okay, y'all giving us a couple of little crumbs here and there. So it looked like the sister's ungrateful. If I'm going to just tell it like I see it. Okay. So Sanya's sister sitting up there saying, oh, she don't have no boundaries because she keep giving the sister husband jobs. Now let's break this down. You living in this girl house. Sanya's sister and her husband is living in this woman house, her and her husband house. He supposed to want to work in real estate, but that ain't popping. So Sanya somehow is giving him, it don't have no boundaries because she gave him a job as an assistant. And so with him working as the assistant, if she asks him to do anything, her sister is offended. When the truth of the matter is, you should be offended that this man can't work unless your sister give him a job. That's what you need to be offended at. Then the sister went to talking about, well, she asked the children if they wanted to go outside and play. Dinner's at 6:30 and it was 6:29 and she don't have no scheduling. And I sat there and I listened to Sanya. Sanya was like, I love having them around, but it's like what she say? It's like a contradiction or something she said. I don't want to misquote the girl, but she was making out the point that, her family is supportive of her, but she been supporting her family. She said her mama and daddy both had worked at her as her managers, and so they was eating off her contracts. She had the sister employed as the hairdresser, so she was eating off of her. And now all of them living in her house and had the nerve to have 2 children. As they used to say, they showed up with two people eating meat and wearing shoes. And now your husband, your deadbeat, useless, ridiculous, embarrassing excuse for a husband, can't make money. So your sister got to give him a job, and you talking about she don't know boundaries. No, ho, you don't know boundaries. Because see, your boundary would have told you, let me have a place of my own. Let me make sure that I and my husband are both gainfully employed so we can take care of these children we done laid up here, hunched and made. Now, that's what you call not knowing boundaries. And sitting up talking trash about this lady in her house. And why the hell does Sanya's sister have a confessional? What you need with a confessional? Don't you have to have at least a house to be a housewife? You a wife, but where the house part, sis? Let me find out this heifer thinking she finna get famous off Sanya. How long you been alive and how long you had to make a name for yourself? All you could do was eat off your sister. Now you wants to have confessionals and talk trash about the hand that feeds you? Child, please listen. Listen. It's some of us right now got relatives we done ran from and ain't going back. Not unless God himself sent a text message because of stuff like that. Sheila said, I thought she said she had no boundaries because she came home at 11 and woke up to cut a wig out. That's just one thing she mentioned. She mentioned all of it. It's because she said that she didn't have no boundaries initially because she keep trying to give him something to do. Well, guess what? He's a full-grown man, ain't making no money. Somebody need to give him something to do. Trina say, Sanya better than me. I couldn't have all them people in my house. And I will tell you something else. They wouldn't have been in my house after she said that, talking about it's time for dinner. You a lie. You better pack your plate to go. And I hope you stay wherever you get to. Okay? Right, Tiger. I wanted her to tell her sister to shut the hell up too. I know you not sitting up in here popping fly talking about boundaries and whatnot, and you could tell Sanya didn't like it, but she up there trying to be Miss Congeniality. Baby, I would have been Miss Keeping It Real. Nitra would have. Because Tourbe say, Sanya said, let me get her some coins. I know that's right. Clearly we going to get you something. You not finna lay up in here for free. You say a townhouse wife. I'm through. I don't know whether she getting a check from Bravo or not, but I feel like she trifling, she ungrateful, and Sanya need to be open your eyes. Just because somebody your sister don't mean you can trust them tramps. And I'm gonna tell you that firsthand. You can have a blood sister that don't mean you no good, and you can have sisters that you don't have a mama or a daddy in common with, and they'll be down for you like 4 flats on a Cadillac. I got some sisters that cut for me and I cut for them, and we not related. But I got a blood sister that I wouldn't piss on if she was on fire, and I mean that. Blood don't make you family. Yeah, the Tenants of the Housewives. That's the show that Sonya's sister need to be on. Hey, Essence. Somebody need to keep it a book. Deborah say, it's Sonya's sister's husband, Ross's brother too. I don't know about that. I ain't think so. I'm just keeping it real. Blood don't make you family. Hey, Jewel. Hey, my too. It's so good to see you. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So that really got up under my nerves to see this heifer sitting up here talking about boundaries and she ain't got no schedule. Well, guess what? If you wasn't in her house, you wouldn't have to worry about what her schedule was. That's what happens when you go get your own house. And then you can rent it like you want to when it's your house. Okay? Nisa said, I feel like some parts of that convo were left out because Sanya told Sheree that she had a big argument with her sister. Oh, yeah, baby. They left a lot of that out. They left it out. Hey, Mac. How you doing? Lord, you say pimp a couch housewives. Ooh, not pimp a couch. Y'all getting deep. I see the snipers are out. Snipers on the porch at all times. So anyway, then we get to Kandi over there complaining about Todd not balancing his family time, and he on a video call and ignoring her, and she got the churn, and I'm just like, girl, this is too much. First of all, that man wants you to dedicate your time to helping him make money because he feel like you already got yours, so you need to be dedicated to helping me make mine. And so he don't want to hear what you're talking about, and he basically ignored her, said he was going to get off the call, stayed on it. I'm like, whatever, child, your house been a mess, and it's going to stay like that. So anyway, Marlo and the nephews on Taco Tuesday, they sitting up talking. That was a cute moment, but it was a filler moment too, in my opinion. It wasn't too much popping with that. Hey, on my days, they had the life coach, Miss Sharon, come over, pretty lady, rocking the short hair, the bald head, real pretty lady. But she was talking with them and, trying to do the tools and stuff, telling them about the mission statement. And Marlo done had the boys for 3 years. And Marlo says she 50-50 on the gentle parenting. I'm more 80-20 on that. I can't do no gentle parenting. Hell no. But at least she trying, and that's cool. She getting some help because she don't know how to be no parent. She don't know nothing about that. So at least she getting help. I'm gonna give her a thumbs up for that. So then we get to Sanya popping up over to Sheree house because they finna work out. Them the two girls is fit. So Sheree, of course, got the workout room in her house because y'all know Sheree don't play. That's why Sheree's still fine. Sheree's still fine because Sheree find the time to hit that gym and she don't be monkeying around. Okay, so they go down there, they working out. Sanya talking about, oh, you got a nice body. I got to get a booty like that in time for the party. I just don't feel like the booty's coming in time for the party. It just might not be in your cards, but Sheree be killing them now. She be killing them and give her props. So then she go to telling her about the sister and the hubby and all that stuff. And they was about to get into it about this big argument, but then Sheree friend Courtney showed up at the wrong time. So I was already mad with her. I'm like, girl, how you gonna show up now when we finna get the dirt what done went on with her and her sister? That's all I'm saying. I was like, why would you show up now? Like, are you bad luck or something? Yes, honey. That's right, Andrew Max. Sheree got the body. Anybody say she don't, you hating and you pitiful. Anybody say that girl ain't got it, I'm telling you, she got it. Sheree got it now. She might not be that bright, but the hell for bad. She bad. But that's to say, I don't know why Sheree won't market workout stuff. Duh. She should have been. She had some stuff supposed to be workout stuff on She by Sheree, but she couldn't keep the website for the drop ship working. Hey, Joanne. Child, you know I'm gonna give it to you straight. Marlo backside done increase. Well, that's what happened when we get older. Them booties get bigger. My booty bigger than it was at 30. My booty bigger than it was at 40. Shoot, booties do that. That's what that booty do. Okay. High Vibe say that scene at Sheree was another filler. But here's the thing. It didn't have to be. If Courtney hadn't showed up when she showed up, Sanya was finna tell us what the hell went on between her and her sister, and I wanted to know. I ain't see her be no fashionista. She just got a nice shape. That's all I said. Cecilia says Sonya's getting tired of them freeloaders in her house. Sister sound like she the jealous type. I'm telling you, it's giving jealousy, and I wouldn't trust her. Yeah, she need to do workout programs. Yes, God. She could sell them. Anybody look at her would pay whatever she charge. Dialogue sister say Courtney's there to do Marlo and Sheree's dirty work. I mean, I don't know about that. Because Marlo already worked for production. I don't think Marlo need no help. I think Courtney is there to do Sheree's dirty work. Because Marlo didn't bring her there. Sheree did. But anyhow, so they sitting up their child. The Courtney done showed up. Basically, they've been knowing each other for a minute. They children was going to school together or close in age or something. She say, oh, Courtney's a Capricorn. She don't play. Child, the Capricorns I know be lying all the time. So I don't know. They listen, her announcing Courtney was a Capricorn just made me give her the whole side eye. The whole side eye. Okay. Now she came up in there, say she do jewelry and marketing and consulting or whatever. Sanya went to talking about the party, and Courtney says she coming. She said everybody's invited. She even invited Drew, because her and Drew don't get along. And I agree. Courtney's definitely there for attention. That's what I got for her. I'm just saying. So, anywho, they went through all that. Courtney says she met Marlo before, and that she know about Kandi asking people that about her and pulling up her Instagram and telling people that Courtney said they was friends. And I'm sorry, I believe Kandi did that. I do. I believe Kandi did that. That's her type of mess. Hey, Jenna Harris, that's Kandi type of mess right there. So I believe she did it. Sheree was mad about them spoofs Kandi be doing, and I guess it would upset somebody like Sheree. Sheree slow. So I guess them spoofs would upset her. I personally don't understand why she should be upset about that. I believe she really was upset. I believe she really was upset, but I think that just goes to prove just how slow Sheree is. But she was mad about them spoofs, child, and basically saying Kandi be talking about her all the time, and if she ain't talking about her, it's because she eating or sucking on Peter. And I was just like, Sheree, that wasn't nice to say. Talking about, but not in the locker room though. At the end of the day, I don't care what Kandi do. Do you have to constantly talk about her doing that? You know what I mean? I don't know. That was tacky to me. It's tacky. It's real tacky. I don't like when they do that stuff. But anyway, Sanya basically was like, look, let's keep it neutral because I'm still working with that lady later today or something. Like, everything cool with us. Sheree say her and Martel ain't got no labels. That's their business. I don't know why everybody was why both of them ladies got so activated by that. Like, oh, I don't want you to waste your time. I don't want you to mind another woman's business. If they don't want no labels, a lot of them people not to have no labels. Some of these people be so hyped up by the label. The man giving you a label, and the side hoe got a label, and the other hoe got a label. So leave the labels alone. If them people don't want no labels, they don't have to have none. Okay? So then we get over there to Sanya. Next scene with this party plan and say she started off with a $40,000 budget and it wasn't enough. She done crept on up to 100 racks for this party. Say for the lights and yeah, that was hateful and mean. Somebody, pick at you a little bit online, you go straight to talking filth. I mean, good God. But Kandi ain't no better. Kandi ain't no better because she threw a shot at Marlo for no reason. When Todd said something about wearing a pimp hat, and she was like, unless you want Marlo to come ask you for a job, Kandi, you just as big a hoe as Marlo. The only difference is we can point to the people you screwed, and we still don't know even one person Marlo screwed. You see what I'm saying? They all do that low class tacky stuff. I don't like that. Why you worrying about what that other woman doing with her behind? You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody hands clean. So why they feel like they need to constantly try to like embarrass somebody or try to bring up somebody else's whole facts? If somebody bring up their whole facts, then they cry. When Marlo brought up her whole facts, after she done called Marlo all kind of hoes season after season after season, Marlo brought up her whole facts one time last season, and Kandi was ready to cry blood. Now you sitting up bringing up whole facts. Now watch, trust and believe, y'all. When Kandi watched this episode back and she see that Sheree said that she talks about her constantly unless she eating or puffing on Peter, she gonna have something to say. We might even get the Billy Goat cry. I don't even know why Sheree would say something like that. Sheree. But you constantly saying nasty stuff. They all need to watch their mouth with that. The tour base say, see, Kandi too free with it. They always throw it in her face. Yep. And she brought it on herself. That's right, y'all. Please like this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Jenna say 100K, 100 racks on the 40th is giving keeping up with the Joneses. Well, to me, it don't give that. To me, it gives they got it and they spending it. That man, he made plenty of money. So she got access to her husband money. Spend the money, man. Spend the money. I'm not mad at it. Sheila say tacky and tired read. Low class. I don't care about what Kandi putting in her mouth at all. At all. We could go forever and never hear that. Okay? And never hear that. Jenna say count the mileage on your own coochie and leave grown women alone. Yeah, stop that. All of them need to stop that for real. Like, it ain't cute. It's not giving what they think is giving. Andrew Mack say they need to class up back. I guess you're saying class up the show again. I don't want to hear the D word no more or the P word. Yes. It's so exhausting. Yep. Kandi paid and Marlo got paid. That's right. That's the only difference. Yes, DGF, them whole facts. That whole facts report is hell. I know some girls had to leave their hometown because of the whole facts. Because everybody knew. Okay, so let's not pretend like one lady being loose as a goose, like she the first one to ever do it. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. Let it go. Girl, I can't stand Kandi either. She irks my good nerves. Leave people alone. Sheree need to stop and she need to stop it too. All of them do. All of them. So anyway, Kandi, that was I already mentioned Kandi and that tied pimp hat joke. And Marlo gonna ask you for a job. Obviously, Marlo didn't have a pimp. That's why Marlo got money. Marlo was over there, planning her hair for the party. Say she want a bob, and they went to talking about the spoof. She said the spoof was funny to her. Even with Kandi picking at her hair and stuff, she was like it was funny. She was like she cool on her. She she ain't got to be bothered with her, and she was like it was funny. And then the hairdresser shaded Candi's hair. I say, well, she kind of asked for that. She kind of asked for that. Yeah, it's the oldest profession. It really is. It really is. So we get to the night of the party. Lord DGF says shaming is passe. I know that's right. It ain't in style. It never was, in my opinion, or where I come from. Yes, sir. If she was hoeing, she was surely her own pimp, because clearly she didn't get nobody a cut of her bread. Gaby, hey Gaby, good to see you. So listen, so the night of the party, Sanya calls I liked her party. If I'm gonna be honest, everything looked nice at Sanya's party. Yes, Couture Bay Kandi she can dish it and never can take it. She can never take it. She'll dish it back to back to back. The minute somebody serve it up to her, she go to crying. But anywho, she called her party the Black Met Gala. I say, baby, that's not your party. That would be that party that Tina knows through. That was the Black Met Gala. Your party was just a very nice party, but it was very nice. She had the casino tables up in there, baby. She had the dealers. I don't know where that venue was, but she transformed the whole thing into a roaring 20s speakeasy. You almost thought Sugar Ray and them was gonna walk in there. Like, it really was doing it. I was looking for Dominique LaRue and Benny and everybody. Okay, hey Yolanda, hey True Wisdom. Okay, it was a nice party. Okay, yeah, the party was real nice, but we ain't gonna go all the way to no Black Met Gala. We can't go that far. Yeah, Sanya definitely did a thing. The party was definitely nice. Can't nobody take that from. It was a beautiful party. The aesthetic was absolutely love. I told y'all I was looking for Sugar Ray and Quick now. It was nice, real nice. So Kenya, shows up, with her tood. I had low expectations, and she bringing up the girl little parties that she threw together at the last minute. Yeah, she gonna feel that way. It's a sad frog that won't croak over his own pond. So if that's how she feel. But listen, I got low expectations. Like, Kenya, you ain't never threw no knockdown, drag out bashes yourself. You haven't. And I'm pretty sure when she walked in there, her face cracked, because she ain't never threw a party to that magnitude ever in her life. Never. Okay? And ain't no shame in that. Give other people their props and let it go. Stop trying to be so shady and hateful all the time. It's not cute. It makes you look bad. It takes away from you. Okay? And then Ralph was there by himself. Say Drew had a family emergency, but he came to support Ross. Kenya had to put her mouth in that. You part of the family, so you part of that. You was supposed to be with her. Girl, mind your business. You ain't got a husband to be trying to check somebody else's. It just is what it is. Then Marlo was like, well, you know what? I don't get along with all these people. I'm going to keep it cute and try to win me some money over here gambling. She just gambling, having a good time. Sheree and Martell arrived. Kenya with her fake, but the girl of the hour, which what that said to me was, we already had a plan to ambush her. So she ain't no woman of the hour. Like, girl, stop being hateful and nasty. You're just so miserable. If you don't get that little miniature man of yours and put him in your purse and stop being so mad, it's just too much. That's not fun shade, Andrew Mack. That's just a hater. Kenya didn't throw no fun shade. She was being a hater as usual. And it's not cute. And it don't make no sense. So anyway, then Sanya and Ross made their entrance, and she, said her little intro or whatever and saluted her husband. That was cute. I like how they walked out. They made a nice entrance. Okay, real nice entrance. Sanya went to greeting everybody. That was cool. And then Kenya was funny because when she saw Sheree and Martell, she was like, why is he on her arm? Why is he here? Ain't you the same one? Don't make me go back down memory lane. Wasn't she the same one talking about he got big D energy? Oh, y'all like each other. Sheree was like, every time she turned around, how's Martell? You talk to Martell now. All of a sudden the season start. Why is he on her arm? Then she run up in the girl's face. Well, is it official? Are y'all official? And I'm sitting there like, you so fake. She just so fake. I don't know how none of y'all can stand her. She makes me tired. Kandi up there making rude comments about the man. Sheree talking about something. She went from community service to community property. Girl, your man hunching everybody too. And the difference is Sheree ain't even got no label on this dude. For all we know, this could be just for TV. You went and married that angry garden gnome that's in your house. And they say he's still around here slanging Peter to the four corners. So she might be dating community property, but you married community property. I want you to let that sink in. And what's worse, you got to support him. And he around here acting like he done quit the lollipop guild. He disgruntled with everybody because he wants you to make him into a real boy. Kandi really need to stop. She is so disgusting, but whatever, that's y'all friend. So anyway, and after Kenya went to digging in her business, is it official? Sheree was like, child, she need to mind her business. Kenya with another one of her lame little jabs that she threw, talking about, oh, she need a show about dating stupid men or something. I'm like, oh, you so lame. Girl, we could get you a show about renting stupid men. Like, this is just stop it. I was getting tired. So Courtney goes over there to tell Marlo about the thing with Kandi. So I guess she hadn't seen her. So first chance she got when she saw her, she told about it. So it's giving you didn't even have Marlo phone number. That's what it's giving. Say Kandi and her community taco and her community husband got nerve to throw that label out. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Whew. Yeah, and that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. It look a little funny. Well, she did. She did. So anyway, Courtney go tell Marlo about whatever. Marlo was like, look, I'm just glad I'm not in this mess. You might want to talk to her about it or whatever. Kenya pulled Sheree to the side, her and Monyetta. And I was actually agreeing with Sheree for a change, and that made me uncomfortable. It did. But they took her to the side for Monyetta to tell her, well, we heard that he was coming to town and seeing other people. And Sheree was unbothered. So I guess they was like, well, let's try something else. And so Kenya tells her, well, Martel tried to holler at me in my DM. She said, well, let me see it. And then Kenya went trying to change the subject because you ain't got nothing to show her. Girl, I don't even believe you. Y'all so petty and pitiful and sad and miserable. Ooh, it's terrible. And then Courtney decides she gonna go low-key soft confront Kandi to find out why she was asking people about her, why she was telling people that she said she was her friend. I don't believe that girl told nobody she was Kandi's friend, but I do absolutely believe that Kandi was saying that to people because she loved to try to make somebody sound bad or try to make somebody sound like they want to be associated with her. Kandi, you girl, ain't nobody breaking their neck to be associated with you. Even them people around you, I don't think they like you either. They just like to get paid. But anyway, all of a sudden, the girl really wasn't doing too much. I believe that Kandi got mad for no reason. And if you ask me, I feel like Kandi was mad because the girl was telling the truth. You really did go around saying, oh, she telling people she my friend. And she was probably upset because she never thought nobody was going to go back and repeat that to that girl because the girl probably isn't that well known because I know I ain't never heard of her. And she was upset because the girl heard it back. And she probably had a flashback of who she thought told it or was trying to figure out who went back and told that girl what she said. But Kandi beat the girl getting mad, talking about you bouncing in my face. I'm a headbutt this girl. You ain't gonna headbutt nobody with your wide back. Sit down somewhere. You mad about Todd. You mad about the money. You mad about a lot of stuff. Stop trying to take that out on other women. It's tacky. It really, really is. Because Sanya tried to cool it down and they wasn't having it. But what got me was the fact that after Sheree asked to see the DM and Kenya couldn't show her one, and she just tried to change the subject. Well, as a friend, I just thought that you should know. Still couldn't show nothing. And they ended it with Sheree inviting Martel over, like, well, let's just bring him over so he could speak for himself. And I say, well. Paige and Martel. This ought to be interesting. So that's how they ended it. Apparently, the next episode is where we're going to see what really went down and why Kenya was screaming like some kind of constipated cockatoo. And, oh, you cheated on your wife. Like, girl, please. The man you pretending is your husband got a whole nother woman playing house. Are you really around here screaming about men who cheat? Is that really what we're doing, ma'am? Somebody should let me know. Now, I put the StreamYard in the chat. I'm going to get some of y'all comments because I want to see what y'all think about this mess. Uh-oh, here comes Couture Bay. Hey, boo.
Hey, I love this show. I liked it. It was a good start for a new season. Hopefully, they can keep us interested with authentic storylines because I do feel there's real things they need to be covering, especially Kandi's aggression. I noticed that throughout the whole episode, and I know the Kandi Cody clique gets upset, but Kandi is not happy. Something is going on over there, and I don't know if Todd's not making enough money. I'm sorry about that, or if she feels like all that burden is on her shoulders. But I think it's starting to get to her what Mama Joyce said. I posted a picture today from their wedding where Mama Joyce was pissed off about them being married at the wedding.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But that this Sanya story, I feel is very authentic. That family gotta go. They jealous.
Definitely giving jealous girl.
And I'm with the husband. They gotta go.
They
Okay.
gotta get it because that sister don't really mean her no well. That sister is only around her for what she can get from her and how she can benefit. And there are some people, they will literally take from you and they will accept things from you and they will demand things and they will feel entitled to things from you. And at the same time, they will resent you because you're able to help them. And that's what's
Exactly.
going on with that trifling sister.
Yeah, and besides, I feel like if she gets rid of them, get them up out that house, she can elevate so much further because if we really talk about it, how many Olympians are out here still looking good, still in the camera eye, still putting on bodies still intact, still
Okay.
can run? Like, no, they jealous. Everybody needs, they should have enough money to at least have a nice townhouse somewhere out in Georgia. Like it's team too much. And I knew it was gonna be like this. And when I saw it, I said, "Oh, girl, get the people out your house before your man go find him a new house now."
Thank you. That'll
And
be
as
terrible.
and as far as Courtney, I like Courtney. I think she'll be a great fit. I do
Hmm.
I do feel like
I don't
sure,
dislike her. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't
yeah,
dislike
no.
her.
I think she'll be a good fit. I do believe that Kandi was speaking ill of that lady because
Yep.
they do have a history. I don't know if the rumors about Courtney and Kandi are true, but
What are the
something that
rumors?
so before when Kandi got engaged to Todd, they said that Courtney and her were like real tight, like besties almost, and Courtney ended up messing around with the ex. I don't know, the ex before
Yeah,
Todd.
I don't know if I believe that one because neither one of them acted like they knew each other like that.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's about, but I do feel like they're hating on Marlo.
Always.
And when Marlo comes back to bite, then people gonna say she's taking it too far
Oh,
and she being too
she's
ghetto.
you know what she said? She too far. She too ghetto. She's a thug. But if y'all leave Marlo alone, y'all leave Marlotta alone, you'll have a better life. Leave Marlotta alone.
I also feel like Kenya, she's doing all this not to show us what's going on with that divorce. How come it's taking so long, Kenya?
Because it ain't no divorce. They probably fighting over custody and some kind of monetary dispute. I just don't believe it's no divorce because I told you I still don't believe it's a marriage. I
I,
don't.
I couldn't find no marriage decree. So you know what?
Hmm.
It could be that. It could be that they probably not even married for real. She probably just
Right.
needed. She pulled a brandy on us, but we can't find. We can't find the
Right.
proof. But I'm excited for next week's episode. It looks like it's going to do something. I do feel like the production was very shady about the kid situation, and I know Kandi is gonna run to YouTube to be like, guys, that's not true, my baby. But you said your baby was crying for you, and you sent your baby to somebody else. Riley
Yeah.
was right.
Right. Right. And that's the whole thing. That's why when the whole situation with Monyetta trying to talk in that interview, like, well, I don't know why Marlo said that because Candy's a good mother and Candy spends time with her children. And then fast forward to the first episode of the season, the baby on the phone crying for his mama.
Production was so shady. I said, "Oh my god!" They hold it, but you know what? I was told that was gonna make Kandi work for that 2.3 million. So good. As far as Sheree goes with Martel, y'all know she has a history of dating the uglies, the busted, the
The
disgusted.
strange looking, yeah, she'll get a strange looking man in a minute now.
Let her have fun with this young tender cub who's probably wearing her back out. She just needs some of that so maybe she can go get her some sense to go get a better man. I don't know. We know Sheree is not the brightest. She's always been the prettiest, and that's what we love her for. So I don't have an
Hmm.
issue,
Well,
and I
see,
don't.
this is the thing. You know, not to me. It could be just me. Now, the sister did hit a point. He do kind of look like Panther or Panthro, whatever his name is from the Thundercats. But when I see Martell, I see Franklin the Turtle. And listen, if she can stand to look at Franklin, then God darn it, go look at Franklin, girl. I am not the one to tell you you can't have Franklin.
I mean, look at the history of men. Bob Whitfield was fat.
The
He was
Cyclops.
he was unattractive. The other guy
Ooh.
was almost balding. Sheree,
Yep.
let her be with
Sheree,
this
Sheree gonna
girl
get her a
back.
busted man now. So Sheree gonna get her a busted man if she don't get nothing. This one got it's like a split screen. Like they put somebody else's head on that man's body. I don't know what's going on with Martel. He just funny looking. But if he don't scare her, then I feel like that's have him, girl. Why all these other women are so invested in making her not have this man is what I do not understand.
Because you know what? Her and Martell probably are over there, having a dip it low session. He probably was supposed to hang out with Kenya, but y'all know Kenya is a lot. Kenya is teen too much, and he don't want to deal with that. Like she always had it's every and I don't like to put this on women, but Kenya fights with a man every season. If it's not one man she's arguing about, it's another man. And I'm just like, Kenya, argue with Mark on TV so we can see what's really going on. But
Yeah, she got a lot of aggression. She's a pretty lady, but she's so aggressive for no reason. And some men ain't really okay with hearing all that goddamn arguing and bickering and rah, 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 rah. Some men ain't gonna. Well, not, I won't say some men who are actually men really ain't gonna put up with that.
definitely, oh no, Jenna, Martell needs every check he can get, baby. Let him get some
Let him
coins
get the check. I don't
so he
like him
can.
at all, Jenna. You know I don't really be liking none of these people. So I know you're not asking me that. He's funny looking, and I don't like that Huntsville show. I've never watched one episode. I don't like
Oh,
them people, period. So the bottom line is, if Sheree wants to jump on him, spin around, jump down, pick a bale of cotton, it's none of my business. And what I don't understand is why these other ladies are so invested
they
and
want some of that.
who she land up with or who she not land up with. That's weird to me, especially looking at their own personal situations. Kandi over there with a garden gnome that's after her gold doubloons and chasing women in the streets of New York City. King is
Oh,
over there trying to rent men, and in between renting, she hoping Monyetta can get her a golden clear boy. Like this is a sad situation all the way around, and why they that invested in this is weird to me. And don't get me started about how funny Monyetta husband look.
listen,
She ain't proud of that man. It's the reason why she don't carry him places. She ain't proud of him. That's where you landed because you Neo baby mama.
listen. She had to do something. She said, "I need to be with somebody who is not gonna ask me for no kids." Since I went and listened to this bald man who's funny, anyways. But she could go to Neo to the billionaire. Go ahead,
But
Monyetta.
this is but all I'm saying is I'm not knocking nobody for getting their bread, as you know.
Yeah, he is
But when
funny
your
looking though.
situation is ain't exactly what you wanted it to be either, girl, mind your business. Mind your business, because never you forget you laid down and you let something look like Neo crawl up on top of you. Neo looked like he was your sister girl, and you let him crawl up on top of you and make you a baby mammy.
Okay, and she would hate for y'all know Sheree is not above of talking about people's bastard children. She would
Yes,
hate
sir.
for her to call out that oldest daughter, her daughter not being
Mm.
Neo's, so on national
Ooh.
television. So I would cool it. I like
Yeah, she
Martell.
might want to relax. She might want to relax her little boring self. Like Sheree said, you finally found your voice, and this is what you're saying. Girl, go sit down. Okay. True wisdom say Bob Whitfield ain't want no threesome. He was seeing in threes. Now that I believe. Man, Bob Whitfield got the Sammy Davis Jr. special when it comes to them eyeballs. Every time you see him, every time I see him Couture Bay, all I hear in my head is boing boing. I swear. I'll be like, boy, if you don't sing the Candy Man for me one time, the Candy Man can. Hey, Akua.
Oh, Sheree was definitely praying over that wound when she was carrying the babies.
Baby, listen, her and Miss Selma, you know they was over there with blessed oil anointing their belly. Laying holy hands on that belly. They was having whole revivals and midnight prayer vigils over that belly to make sure that baby ain't come out looking like that cyclops.
Listen, I enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed tonight. I just really wish um I really wish the girls would just if they keep up with their own what they got going on in their own lives, I think the show will be great. They can make it cohesive. If they go down this road of what they did last year, it's gonna be a mess. But we tuned in. I'm gonna drop down so somebody else can come up. It was a
Child, they
great
ain't
way to
trying
start.
to talk. They in the chat typing. You know how they do me. They keep me in reading rainbow. They want me to read it all night. They ain't
Well,
gonna come up here and kick it with me. They'll rather keep me in reading rainbow.
oh, well, let me just say this. Candy do hate when people talk about Todd, but let's be very clear. She chose that man.
Sure
And and
did.
and the Candy Coded clique can say whatever they want. She chose that man knowing how people view her and how Mama Joyce acts. So even in the midst of all of that, I was just like, Candy, we are tired of seeing you trying to make Todd fetch. It's just not gonna happen. We
Okay,
know.
she still trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, like we know Todd is daddy daycare. Let us think how we want to think. That might be your king, but girl, you trying to no. Th-
Listen, at the end of the day, she the one went and got Burger King. Hey
okay.
S, by the way, I seen S come in, and thank you for the super thanks that you had left me on another video playback. I appreciate you. I love you. Um, I just feel like if that's who you are, you have enough money, ma'am, you can design your life any way you want. If you have designed your life where you are the boss and you will go and get you a husband, wife, or a wife with a penis, girl, get you a wife with a penis and be done with it. Okay?
We knew she didn't have no good common sense when she was trying to marry AJ with all them kids. I was like, girl, what?
But she, because she don't, she was going with that boy from Jagged Edge and had all of his people laid up in her house spending her money. That's how
Taking
she
care.
moved.
She
Yeah,
loves
that's
taking care of a man. If the man takes care of her, she gonna get rid of him. She got rid
but
of
this
the
is
bird. She got
but
rid of the
this is the thing though. I want to be very clear on this. I respect that if that's what she wants. You got enough money as a woman. If you want to marry your wife, go get you a wife. She got her a wife with a penis. Now, I just know personally black men don't make very good wives. Now, I
uh,
don't know why you would choose a black man as a wife with a penis, but if that's what you want, tell him to make sure your house clean and your meals is cooked and he watching your children. Hey, Cindy Narcisse. Hey, Prince B. Hey, Tamika Godball. Okay, Jenna Harris, let us have it, girl.
yes.
So wait, are we still talking about Candy and Ty? Can y'all hear me?
No,
Yes,
you can
girl.
talk
We
about
talking about
every.
everybody. Let it rip.
Well, this is one of the things that struck me, and somebody said it in the chat. It's like obviously we know it's a show; they just in everybody's business, especially so they don't have to talk about their own business, especially that little nosy, messy behind Kenya. I don't like her.
Okay.
She hateful and terrible. And like you said, she started already this season because she went the wrong road, getting in Ralph's face before. Even though I think most of us can acknowledge that Ralph is terrible, but it's like you didn't have none of that energy for your own fake husband. So leave them people alone. I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
she be so far up, trying to be so far off Ralph's behind when she wouldn't say boo to Mark and his foolishness. And
But now,
still,
can we be fair?
let's be fair. Come on.
Okay. Now, if we gonna be fair, I know, and the Lord knows she could not go off on Mark like that. Mark would have aired her out and told all her business. She could tell she was on thin ice with him from good morning to good night. She knew if she had popped off and pop flyed him,
Mm-hmm.
girl, I don't go with you. I got a woman and a whole family in New York. We had an arrangement and I donated some sperm so you could carry a baby. We do not go together. Mark would have aired her out. Kenya couldn't have said nothing. Now, that ain't fair for us to be like, oh, you should have checked Mark. How was she going to check him and not get humiliated? Please tell me.
She put herself in that situation. I don't got no sympathy
But
for her.
listen, when he said Ken and
Ken,
Nene looked at her and
right?
said,
Woo!
"Ooh,
Ken, rein
Ken."
it in.
Woo! Girl,
Rein it
I
in.
was over here holding my breath when he said Ken. I said, Ken. Girl, I was clutching pearls. I said, uh-uh.
And he said,
Mm.
Now I know
That's
one
what I
thing
thought
about
about
it.
Ken.
When Kenya with them men, she be paying while they there. So you ain't got no business even trying to allude to the fact that it's, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Because even Walter didn't talk until they, stop the arrangement. So don't you do that. Not on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
I was
Walter
looking
was
at him
dog
funny.
walking her on TV. So I think the only real relationship was Matt, and Matt
Yep.
was just too violent. So
And the thing is, she kept bothering that boy, and she kept trying to set him up. She was inviting that boy over to that house, and then when he get there, pretend like I don't know why he here and calling the police and doing stuff. That's why he broke that window in her house.
Mm.
And then after they broke up, now I don't know if y'all know this, but he started dating Tiffany Mayon. Big booty Tiffany from Atlanta. Okay.
Ooh.
Mm.
Adiola. Mm-hmm. And so when he started dating her, because she closer to his age, and I mean that girl booty big as mine, but her waist is snatched like her booty is like I got a 60-inch butt. Okay, her butt is as big as mine, but she looked like she got like a
Who has
size 7.
all that booty?
Child, it's genetics. It's bad luck. Call it what you will or may. But Tiffany got all that, the same thing I'm toting, but her waist is like a size 6 or a size 7. Like
Mm.
this girl, like her body is exaggerated. Now I didn't do no surgery. Mine is collards and cornbread. It's soup, uh, cornbread, neck bone,
Yes.
cracklings, chicken and rice, jollof, everything. That's where mine came from. Now Tiffany already had the big booty, but she went and got her waist done to suck it in, and she kept her regular butt, and she had her breasts picked up because she was a kind of bigger built girl, but she sculpted that thing down. So anyway, that's just to give you some background. And she's a surgery concierge. So like you can go to her, she'll get your finance and hook you up, get you to us to get you to a doctor, get you all razzle dazzle. Because she's a surgery concierge. So he
Mm.
started dating Tiffany. Kenya started harassing that girl.
Mm.
I
Now this,
believe it. Kenya don't
yeah.
like to not be in the spotlight, and this is why I feel like she provoked Martell because
Mm-hmm.
she's given. I don't know if y'all remember when she got up, and even though I didn't agree with that guy getting in her face, he said she was like all day like starting with him, and he was like, "This
Oh,
is
the
weird," or something
nephew.
like that. Yeah, the nephew, and it was so everybody was like, they'd never seen him act like that. That's why all the women refused to be on her side because they were like, "No, we saw
Mm-hmm.
you."
Hmm. Well, that's
Yeah.
one of her tactics. She loved to pick with somebody else's man because she don't really have one of her own, and then
But
hide behind he was being aggressive or I'm
yep,
offended. Oh, and I
she
don't have a
trying
man
Karen.
with me, so oh no, yeah, exactly. That's what she does. She goes full Karen.
But see, now let me tell y'all something else she did, right? I don't know if y'all caught on. The reason she wanted to pick a fight with Martell and get elevated real quick was because she couldn't produce no message to prove he tried to holler at her.
Hmm.
She never
That's
meant
what I
to.
was looking for. I said,
She
"Girl,
was trying, right? She was trying to gloss that over and get everybody caught up on the rah rah, on the spectacle, the hoopla. You know what I'm saying? So you basically ruined somebody's $100,000 party with your girl. You know your budget mid,
Foolishness.
and you sitting over here and you tearing up these people's party to cover up your crap because she never meant to show anything. She was gonna pretend like she had it in her phone. If it wasn't for Candy's Billy Goat tail, then it never, ever, ever would have came out because Candy was like, hit it. I hit accept because Candy wanted to see what he said. And
Hmm.
when there was nothing there, oh, he must have deleted it. Girl, bye. And so when Sheree said, well, what did he say? Well, let me call him over. It was like, oh crap, I'm about to be exposed for lying on somebody. Now let's pick a fight. Let's elevate. Let's yell. Let's scream. Let's curse. Let's screech. She was deflecting.
like always, y'all
Mm-hmm.
know Kenya can't do anything without she is if the attention is not on her, then she acts a fool. That's why I've always said, it's shocking to me. I caught your shade when she said, this Barbie got to be out there, but she was calling Portia all types of
Yep.
whores,
Yes,
you
she
know,
Hmm.
was.
because
Well,
Portia
not even that
to
because that's obvious
get
how
her
she don't get
home.
along.
But no, Jenna, she was. Separated ain't divorced, is what she said.
Oh no, no, no! I'm not arguing that, but I'm just saying back to like her being the center of attention, even when and she's done it many times before in different things, but down to when she tried to ruin Cynthia's proposal, it was like that
Yes, she
was
did.
awful. That girl was supposed to be your friend, and like she would pick on Cynthia a lot too
Jealous.
because she did that thing with the trying to clown her for not knowing about enough about wine.
Yeah.
She's terrible.
It's like
I was never
she
a
wanted to
fan.
be the center of attention. If she had came there and that girl's party was subpar, then she'd have sat around picking at her all night. But when she got there and that girl's party was top notch,
Hmm.
it
Cause
was
her
like,
man
okay,
cut the check.
I
Yes.
need I need to get attention on me. Like, what about me? What about me? I need
Hmm.
Kenya to go to therapy and work on those issues. I don't know who made her feel invisible or not heard as a child, but
Her
Her
she needs to
mammy.
mother, we already know where it
Yeah,
stems
we know
from.
who it is.
I don't know because what I do know that I've heard that her family is saying she lied on her mama, so I don't know where it's coming from.
I
So
think it's a
I would
mix of
like
the
to know
family.
where it came from
I do think it's a mix. I think it's a
because
mix of the family situation, though.
clearly not where she claimed it came from. Hey, Tammy Carter, she said yes. Ken had to bring the theatrics. Sheree, you can do better, as if she was really concerned. Girl, you better say it. Let me get one more comment, ladies. I'm gonna get right back to you. Cindy Narcisse say Monyetta Shaw has 2 children, one girl and one boy. They are both Neos. Okay, that's fine. And Neo still wasn't her
No.
husband. So, like I said, she a baby mammy. Even if they both his, you still a baby mammy. He
Oh
didn't marry
yeah.
you, and we don't know
No.
who you are other than Neo's baby mammy.
She was on Hollywood Exes with R.
Mhm.
Kelly's ex-wife and Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, the Wives Club,
You know,
and
I watched
that's
that
where it
show, but
came
I
out.
still don't remember her. Like
Yes,
that's
but she
how
was the
much
quiet one. She was
I
quiet
remember
there too.
Maite, but I don't remember her.
Yeah, she was real quiet. She said, that's how I know the daughter is not his. She was like, when they did the blood test or something like that, he took her daughter on as his. He like still gave the child the name, right? That's why she don't say
Oh,
nothing bad about him. But when she gave him the son, right?
mhm.
And whatever, she was like, I don't want to do this by myself. And I feel that's more to why he wasn't around, because the first child wasn't his. So he was like, if this is my child, oh, okay, whatever. She was a paid beard, in my opinion.
I mean, because Neo, so he just so tangy and zesty,
Not tangy, exhausting.
just
I mean,
tangy.
he
Lord have
do give them
mercy.
vibes, but I'm happy she's. I don't know. It's like she's trying to be Candy's scapegoat, but it's like we can see Candy. We saw that little boy crying on the floor, saying he wants his mama, and she's talking about go to my aunt, go to your aunt. Like,
Oh wait. Okay,
That
so
boy did.
that's the can.
Oh, go
Did
ahead.
y'all
I'm sorry.
watch that? Did y'all watch that doggone KFC commercial? That made me so angry.
It was so cringy.
It was so gross. I was like, y'all didn't learn nothing from a Mary J. Blige was singing about fresh
I was just
chicken
about to say
Man,
that.
and lettuce on a
BK
live
commercial.
tortilla. Why are we still doing this? Why are y'all shucking and jiving for fried chicken with your baby on the commercial too? I mean, I'm not mad at the little boy, getting his little career going. He was on an episode of Tab Time and he was doing little things like that. But that commercial was awful. Candy should really be ashamed of herself behind that.
The baby was
Mm-mm.
cute. He was cute with
He
his
was
little.
adorable, cute as a button.
Listen, he looked like Grandma Candy. He looked so pinchable and spoilable and everything. But the whole premise of I'll do anything for a piece of fried chicken,
Oh my
and in
god.
that face that she was making, I was like, ew,
I
ew,
was so
ew.
uncomfortable. I was
She,
like, ugh.
y'all
I
know
hope
she
they
will
never
shuck
show
and
that
jive.
commercial again.
She be shucking and
Mm-mm-mm.
jiving. That's why they be calling her Candy Coons over there.
Ooh, I never
So
heard that before. That's
that's who
hilarious.
she is, Candy Coon.
That was very upsetting to me. I did not like that at all. And I don't usually watch commercials, but then I saw it as I was scrolling through to get to the next scene on the DVR, and I was like, oh, that's the commercial we were talking about. Let me watch it. I hadn't really heard people talking about how horrible it was. I was like, this is gross.
I heard she was going to do one. I never saw it. They
Hmm.
could have did a KFC commercial and it could have been more tasteful. Like
Yeah.
that was one step from doing a watermelon commercial with the chicken
Yeah,
and
she might as well be in watermelon pie sitting on the porch, spitting
like
out
it was
cheese.
it was giving me one step from eating watermelon with the chicken while shuffling your feet and singing "Mammy's Little Baby" like shortening bread. It
Oh,
was
Ooh.
it was a lot.
but
Yeah.
y'all know Candy gonna do anything for a chick. I don't understand
Yeah.
why people are so surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Once everything Nene said has came to fruition, even though Nene could be
She
her
said it.
own worst enemy, it's just ridiculous. But I don't like how I don't like that Candy is trying to make it seem like because of the drama from SWV she was hot. No, y'all had already finished production. I don't like how she's trying to lie. The production had already wrapped. This is not from last year. This is from, after the touring and things like that. Candy just be lying all the time.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cringy. And real quick back to like the party because I do agree that the party was nice and let me not act like I
Adorable.
know what a party of such caliber of these things cost like because I'm still on people saying like that $100 bottle of tequila wasn't a lot of money because I was like, well, it was a lot of money for me. Y'all must people make more money
Well,
than I do. But I do.
well,
Mhm.
listen, I'm some people, and I'm saying it. $100 bottle of tequila is cheap as hell,
No,
It
and
I
is.
believe you.
nothing but.
I must not spend a lot of money on the spirits in my time and stuff like that. But I do agree it was a beautiful party. When I was saying in the chat, I was like, it was kind of giving a little keep up with the Joneses, but in a sense that makes sense because it is her second season. You know, unless they really, really got it like that or have been on,
But
and
they
they had
do.
a show before. Sometimes they don't spend a lot of money at first when they get on the show, and it's like the glow up. So now it's like, and it was his 40th, so it's a milestone birthday. So they really wanted to show out, and they
And
did.
that
I
man,
think it
and
was
not
really
only
nice.
that, can we be very clear? That man is a millionaire. So why
Yeah,
are
because
we
he won. Does
talking
he
about
won
the
two
rest
Super
of the
Bowls?
party?
Yeah, he
That's
has.
what
Yeah.
I
I'm saying.
think
Like this
so.
dude is a whole millionaire and he earned it. He
I
might
don't
he,
know anything
he
about
might
the
he might
sports
he might
ball, so I
even
don't
have
know.
the he might even have them head injuries them boys get out there playing. So
And that's
if
why
if
he want them people
she
out that house.
so if
Get out.
she
Right.
spent if she spent her husband money, she ain't did nothing wrong. What is 100
Yeah.
rats?
Yeah.
That man has millions.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
Really.
much about like his because I don't follow the sports, but I was like, it looked
Hey,
appropriate,
hey.
but it did look like
hey,
they were doing it especially because they wanted to give the Housewives vibe for the second season, which is not a bad thing. Now she don't go and get kicked off the show like old girl from the Indian girl from the Medical Wives that
Well, we
show,
don't we don't we don't we
but
don't we don't hold on. We don't talk about the raccoon squad over here.
oh, I
oh,
don't know the
Hey
Raccoon Squad. Why you
guys,
call them that? Because of dark circles, they puffy eyes and stuff.
no, we don't talk about the raccoon squad because we don't. This is a black porch, a real black porch.
oh,
Hey, gossip news.
Hey, hey.
What's happening, boo?
Hello.
Nothing much. I just literally caught up with the episode. I cannot believe I missed it.
Yeah.
Let it out. Let it out.
One, I understand that this was Sonya's event, but child, after last season, where she didn't deliver anything at all, except for
Mhm.
her on and on through her small issue with Kenya, she didn't do much to earn a freaking first event.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I
Okay.
also will agree with you. Candy's episode, the commercial with Candy was the baby Ace was beautiful. Now
Yeah,
Candy, Candy should have done a whole lot better.
that's right. But the baby was adorable. Please, let's be clear.
The
The baby was
the
absolutely
the
just
Oh
baby,
yeah.
the
just
baby has the baby has a future.
Oh yeah.
Candy,
Can't nobody say that little boy is not cute as a bug's ear.
he,
Nobody's talking about him. He was
and not
great.
only that, he did so well. He
And he's
remembered
so
he
well
his
did.
spoken. Yeah,
lines.
he was
He
so
was
all
so
those
cute how
lines.
he delivered him lines. I said, look
Hmm.
at him. He was so
Hmm.
precious. But
he was, but the
yes,
fact that I feel like, and y'all don't get mad at me. I feel like she pimping them kids out because she didn't get to do this with Riley. Don't get mad, y'all.
Yeah.
well, I mean, ain't
No,
nothing to be mad about. You might be absolutely right, but that don't take nothing away from how cute little man was. He was
yeah.
just
True.
adorable. Now,
I think
gossip
she
news,
was.
go ahead, because gossip news
Uh,
was on a roll, and I want to get all this out.
come
Say it
on.
now.
Now,
Say it, baby.
now look, I have to say this, and
Mhm.
for the love, I don't want y'all to judge me.
Uh
I
oh.
do not like Sheree and Marlo. I can't stand neither one of them.
No judgment here.
Honestly, none of them are
One,
that likable that much
none of them
right
are.
now.
Like
No judgment here.
Marlo, like Marlo's first season was a flop. She literally got the rottest peach in the hole out of all the cast members.
Hmm.
After all her seasons of lying and making up these stories, she finally gets a storyline. She doesn't really have a storyline now. This whole season, she magically has a new man in her life.
I can't wait for
Yeah,
that
I
those
already,
fake episodes to
Well,
come
she
up.
was dating that guy, and I
she
was
was,
kind of following up on that. They were dating, but clearly they're not anymore. So,
nope. 'Cause,
so it's like if she met a man and she dated him, like that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I
Women
mean,
meet
that's
men
that's
all the
fine.
time. And not only
It,
that, let's be clear. Marlo has dated. Marlo just keep them heifers out her business. Marlo was
yes,
not. If you think Marlotta was sitting up there living like a nun at a convent in a cloister with her knees shut and her chastity belt on, I got some land to sell you in the middle of the swamp. It's prime real estate.
look,
Marlo
I
been dating.
knew.
She been dating. Marlo just keep her business to herself. And to be honest, while I'm not her biggest fan, I do like her somewhat, and I like the fact that she keep them hoes out her business because
I like it.
as much as they like to call her ho 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 ho, we can point to everybody they screwed, but we can't point to one man she did.
I mean, we got Kenya, who's the biggest one of them all.
Mm,
As we remember, she had her many failed relationships. I don't
yeah,
think you can't really call Marlo a hoe when you do the same thing.
yep,
Hmm.
Speak
And
on it.
especially like y'all, Tanisha just said, you can't actually point to a man that she supposedly slept with.
she keep her
Right,
business to herself, regardless of what
Hmm.
you
right.
think of her. She keep her
Right.
business to herself. The only thing y'all know about Marlo is Marlo say some rude stuff. Marlo gonna
Hmm.
spend money on labels. Marlo gonna keep her hair done, and Marlo gonna spend bread that we don't know where the hell she get it from. That's all we can say about her.
And she has
Hmm.
and she allegedly has many sugar daddies that we
But
don't
the
know
thing,
about.
but my whole point is we don't know nothing about this lady.
We
We know
don't.
we know she had one billionaire ex sugar daddy.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
all we know about because that's all she copped to. Point to another one.
Hmm.
All we
I
know,
agree.
all we know is we got people like Kandi sitting around making up stories because they don't know the truth. And you know she don't know the truth because even when Marlo did her event last season, well, where's she getting all this money from?
They
It's not her
jealous.
business. At the end of the day, if you knew where she was getting it from, then you wouldn't be asking where she's getting it from. You get,
And that's why I don't like Kenzie
but
because
this my thing.
it's like doing
Can
the
y'all
work of
follow
the
my
man.
logic on? But like, am I making sense? Can y'all follow my logic
You
on
are
that?
you are
Yes.
making
One
sense on that.
one minute you got sugar daddies, you a hoe, that's how you got it. The next minute where you getting it from, it gives me you don't know where she gets her money, and you're just saying that stuff to be nasty. But then the one time Marlo fired off with the rumors, because literally they shoot at her with rumors, but the minute Marlo fired off at her and Kenya with the rumors on them, everybody ready to die. What we dying for?
I mean, I'm with you on that, and I agree. And
I
I
just think
I
they
don't.
like to shame women, right, with the same stuff they hate to be shamed about. Let's
Thank
not
you.
Hmm.
forget Kenya was mad when Portia called her a whore from the 90s. That's my favorite line.
Right,
My
Hmm.
favorite line. And Marlo said you didn't gave it all up and through Atlanta. You
right.
know, at, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think they desire to be like Marlo because Marlo is fashionable to an extent. She's pretty, men like her regardless, and they wish they had that quick wit like she do, and to get under people's skin because she'd be like, "Oh, you want to get under my skin? Let me get under yours."
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's why I say I don't hate Marlo. Not even a little bit. She get on my nerves. And I'm gonna tell you why she on my nerves. Hey Pink Rosa. And you right, that show ain't gonna never be good without Portia and Nene. It just ain't. Um, the reason Marlo
I,
got on my nerves is because she is doing production's dirty work. And I feel as though they offered her a peach because they were desperate. They knew they had a bunch of wallflowers, a bunch of wallpaper type heifers with no personality, no type of nothing, no quick wit, nothing, just pitiful. They need somebody
I,
to play off of. And I feel like that's the only reason they brought her there. And the fact that they needed her to give them something to fight at and to give people something to be mad at and to basically save their bacon, I feel
you,
like she should not have come into it being their henchman. Because last season, I saw through everything she did. Those people
I
sent
have to.
her after Kenya and Kandi, and she took it. Gossip news, am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. I saw that as well, and I agree with you. I think because usually you had Nene or Portia who always stirred the mess somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Marlo came. They gave Marlo a piece this last season, being like, "Okay, look, you've been on the show for this many years. We're finally giving you a piece. Since Nene's not here and Portia's done left, we need you to cause drama."
Yep, and we want you to go after these two people in particular, and I think she did it. And I believe
Right.
that this season, I don't think she has to do it this season. I feel like it's kind of on Sheree to try to do something because everybody was pointing out the fact that she did not earn her check at all last
She
season.
was there for zero reason.
Right, but she
Also,
got her check.
I
Her
will
check,
say
yeah, her check didn't bounce. They paid her, but she
that's
didn't do nothing.
true. And also, I found out after the season 14 reunion, she took back all of these She by Sheree items.
She did. I heard that. She collected
Mm.
them all back up. It's like, why the hell would you bring them out if you're gonna collect them back? Sheree is weird and tacky.
Yeah.
Yep,
Sheree don't know what she wants to do, y'all. She just want to be kept. Come on now. She was over there with Bob Whitfield. You know, in the words of
Mm,
Beanie, Bob
I
Whitfield.
mean, look. I
yeah.
mean, she got with Tyrone. Now
Yeah.
she's with Martel.
Right. You could
Like, honey,
almost excuse the first one, even though he was clearly raggedy and sadly he was abusive and all that stuff. But she
right?
keeps going on with this. It's like she keeps kissing these frogs and wanting them to turn into princes. It's not happening. Like, and
Look,
I'm not sure if it's
But
because she
let
just
me
doesn't know what she wants, or she doesn't know she can have better, or she's really just kind of picking these men up for the storylines. I guess maybe she's just not
now
paying
see
them
that
like
that
Kenya
right
is.
there,
I don't understand.
Jenna. That right there, what you just said, baby. What was that? She picking them up for the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Run with that. Because see,
Yeah.
she just like last season, she knew Tyrone wasn't coming to that place. She knew he couldn't
Okay.
come. She sat there
Right. She gonna
because
sit in
it
my
was
hood
good
in
for the
Philly making us look bad, having Marlo talk
right.
about Philly crazy.
But
And
listen,
then
hold on. She knew he wasn't coming. She always knew he wasn't coming. They
oh
weren't
yeah.
even going together like that during the taping. That was all for a storyline. Then her and Lyrone.
Mm.
Then with this man here, I don't believe they actually go together because when they first started, he said she wasn't even his type. So now how the hell all of a sudden now y'all the official tissue. Y'all the official issue.
Listen, she probably
right.
said, I can get you this check, but you got to drop off something real quick. You got to work for it. And he
All
probably
he
over
had
there
to do
working real hard for that
Uh,
check.
You know,
all he had to do was show up and pretend that we gonna play this out for these people. That's it. That's all. I don't believe they even
you
did nothing together. I don't believe it's nothing like that.
you
I think this is
you
for a
are right there.
storyline.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's any chemistry
Um,
between them at all. So
there's not. I look. There's not really
they
because
be
when you think
dry.
about it, Martel said he wasn't interested in her, while Sheree says
Right.
we both have mutual feelings for each other. It's like it's not correlating. How can
Because
you both have mutual feelings, but you don't have? He said he didn't have no feelings for you.
You
it's
got to
all
blame
fake
Kenya.
and they forgot to synchronize their watches. That's why I'm just sitting here like, look, she doing this to keep her check. This is a check, okay? Because y'all know at one point, Chateau Thelma was over there with the lights off. Now,
Ooh.
and I have this on very good authority that she was not in that house for quite a while and the lights was off over there. So
Mm.
Sheree is making sure that
Womp
Sheree has
womp.
her check. Okay. And I'm not knocking that because ain't none of us up in here Oprah. So everybody
Mm.
need a check from somewhere. Okay.
That
Sheree
is true.
her check.
Listen,
And
Kenya,
if I'm telling the truth, she's doing a better job of keeping her check than Cynthia, dry as
hello.
oatmeal,
Yes,
has ever
I
done.
don't.
Cheekbones ain't never gave us nothing but them cheekbones. That's all she gave
I
us.
don't
Listen, when Cynthia
look.
could have showed us some stuff and she refused, she could have been showing us stuff. Like, girl, you had gateway to a lot of people. But I feel this whole bring a man on for a storyline is all Kenya's fault. She brought this to us, and now we stuck with the girls scrambling to do the next thing.
You know
But
what?
you know what?
I agree with her. I believe with you actually on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember exactly, she after Portia and Cordell came, Kenya brought on her supposedly boyfriend slash stalker onto the show, and
Mm-hmm.
it started this thing where every single woman on the show had to bring someone on there. You had Portia bring Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
She brought on Tony. What's his name? Tony, the one that she wanted a baby from.
The
Yeah,
baby
Tony,
contract thing. I don't remember
the
his name, but
baby
I know who you're talking
contract.
about.
I
Paid for,
think his. Wait, go ahead.
no, paid for, but keep going.
Paid for. Yes,
Mhm.
but his name was Tony because I remember it. So it's like Kenya started this downward spiral, and as we've seen, most of her failed relationships, she brings them on the show. So it wouldn't surprise me that Sheree and Marlo would pull the
I don't
let me
believe
bring a
Marlo
man.
paid that man. Have you checked into that man at all? That man didn't need her to pay him. I feel
I
like they
don't
were
think
casually dating. I don't believe it was anything serious. And I think she just decided, like, okay, since I'm a housewife now, I'll let y'all see somebody I'm talking to. That man does not give me pay for play. It literally looked like they were just casually dating. That's literally
I
what
do
that looked like.
believe. I don't believe that she paid him. What I'm
Right.
saying
That was
is,
not no pay for play. That's Kenya's
it's
game.
not paid.
And
It's
I don't believe Sheree is paying Martell either, if I'm telling the truth. I feel like Martell wants to keep his name popping. He know that the OWN network is not Bravo. Okay, they are not the same thing. And I think he wants to be seen on Bravo, and he wants an opportunity to be a reality TV personality, not just somebody on the fake and fraudulent Love and Marriage Huntsville. See, he's
yep,
trying to branch out. He's trying to flex out of that so that he don't get pigeonholed into that. And when that show is over, he's done. He's trying
right.
to secure something for himself. And it's like, okay, you need me for this. I need you for that. Let's run it. That's what we're seeing with Sheree and Martell. But what I don't understand from these women, why y'all, oh, he was talking to somebody, he was doing this, he was doing that. But if somebody mentioned the fact that her husband was in New York slanging Peter all to all of the boroughs, then she
Okay.
ready to cry.
All right. And now she on speak on it talking about they do threesomes. Child, please.
But she been saying that they do threesomes. Like, my thing is, why the hell are you telling people that, Kandi? Nobody wants to know who playing around between your tied, stiff legs. Stop telling people that. Nobody wants to know. They signing NDAs. You not lit. You not hot. You not that girl, and you never have been. Nobody wants to know who you screwing. Nobody.
Right. And it's weird. That's what I'm saying. I don't. I used to like Candy. This I can't. I don't like Candy no more. She has annoyed me these last few seasons. She's
Yes.
always been that one who's like, well, I don't get into drama. Yet she's the main one getting into drama with people. And I'm like, girl, if you don't like drama, stay out of it.
But she always in the middle of it. She always stirring it. She's always throwing rocks and hiding her hands. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. And I want y'all to catch this and think about it for a minute. Okay.
All right.
It was easy for Kandi to hide how nasty she was as long as she had Lanithia to play off of. As long as she could do
No.
stuff, throw rocks, hide her hands, provoke situations, and then hang back and wait for Nene to react or wait for somebody to react, then y'all really couldn't see how nasty she was. Some of us been seeing how nasty Kandi was. But
We did. We
with Nene
have.
having such a huge personality, it's easy to like see that person and be like, oh, she's the problem. She's the problem, because that's the person with the bigger mouth, the bigger personality, the bigger response to the bull crap.
So
Now that Kandi
right.
really don't have a big personality to play against, oh, all baby, her draws is out. And they got skid marks. Everybody see it.
You
Hey,
think
I
that?
be like, coach.
I have a quick question for you. Do you also think Kenya's playing used to play that same card as well?
Yes, Kenya definitely played that same card, and with the fact that Nene's mouth was so quick, so slick, and she cut so deep that people's like, "Oh, Kenya's just being shady. Nene's so mean." And it's like, no. Once you move Nene out the way, y'all can see. First of all, Kenya ain't even that smart. Her so-called shade is really lame jokes, and it don't even stick.
Yup.
And it's
Hmm.
like now, like the people who were hiding behind Nene, now they're on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
remember, the what did it for me was I've always felt like Kandi did little undercut things, and
Yep.
I know we don't like to go up for KKK Kim, but when she lied to us and told us Kim didn't pay her, and then Kim proved she paid her, I was real mad about that because I was like, what? And then for her to turn around and screw Lawrence out of his money, because he said
Mm-hmm.
it. He was like, I didn't get a dime. And I said, what? Not Candy. I'm all about the dream, Candy. I said, see, something ain't right about her. And then it started
Wait,
to
wait, wait.
unfold.
What's T? I don't think I knew about this. So like Kim, KKK Kim. So she really did
Kim
give
paid
Candy
her
the
and
money.
Candy. Kim
Kim.
paid her and Candy lied on her. Simple as
And
that.
what money did Candy take from Miss Lawrence?
So
When he
when
did that song,
that the freak in the closet or whatever it was
yeah,
Oh,
called,
Closet
Closet
Freak, he
Freak,
did that song, and he didn't see a penty.
he said he didn't see nothing, no royalties,
oh.
no
That's
nothing.
right. But Candy been like that. And what's funny is she has been able to hide. This is the thing. Like, okay, story time, right? So
Mhm.
I started getting into the Real Housewives of Abuja. And I was watching how these ladies move, and there's this one Igbo girl on there. It's a bunch of Hausa ladies. I think it's one Yoruba lady, whatever. And so I was talking with my daughter, and I was like, I'm really like peeping something. So you got the one Igbo girl, loud, how girls be acting sometimes, real boisterous, big reactions to things, big personality, big voice, everything like that. And
Mhm.
I sat back and I looked, and I'm like, okay, so the real trifling people, the fans are like, oh, I love Comfort, oh, I love Arafa, and I'm like, but y'all don't see that they slimy. And I peeped something. It's like sometimes the people who are very just raw, real, or whatever, you can get like a bad rap as the villain or the bad person just because your reaction is so big that bad people can hide behind it. And
Mhm.
that's really what was going on this show. Nene's reaction and personality was so big, and it was so polarizing. Either you
Mhm.
absolutely loved her or you absolutely just couldn't stand her because she reminds you of somebody that made you feel small one day in third grade or
Mhm.
something. And so people were able to hide behind that. Cynthia Cheekbones Bailey hid behind Nene too.
Yeah.
She hid behind her and pretended, oh, I'm so meek, I'm so mild, I'm just a sidekick. When really you slimy and dirty, and Nene tried to warn us about her.
Well, that's why I like back to the opinion earlier about like, I did say like some of the people on the show aren't very likable, but I like being in the mess and watching it, and I enjoy chatting with y'all about it. So I'm buckled in to watch it. But that's why I still do sort of like Marlo, because last season I felt like she got a bad rap because she does have very big reactions to stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
she will strike out hard at people. But I don't think she's as awful as I felt like the show made her out to be. I
They
feel
tried
like
I
to make her
agree.
out to be awful. I never got awful from Marlo. I did.
Well,
I did, yeah.
Marlo got some traits that I don't like. Like I could list everything she's done that I don't like.
Mhm.
I didn't
Right.
like that stunt she pulled when she first flip flopped on Nene and was like following her at that baseball
That
game,
baseball
trying to
game or
make
whatever.
her
Yeah, that was weird.
like
Right.
that was whack. Um,
Mhm.
you don't have to be friends with her. Like if y'all ain't friends, you ain't friends. Why you trying to act like you want to make her fight you or trying to get a reaction? Like that was whack. Um,
Right.
I didn't like that whole thing she did with Sheree over there in Africa when she started throwing money at her. It was like, okay,
Yes.
you got it, you got money, but do you have to do that though? I ain't like that.
yeah, that
Um,
was weird.
it was weird, and what it was is like you was calling her a broke hoe because we both Florida girls, so I peep game. She was calling Sheree a broke hoe, and I didn't really dig that because y'all all black women on this show and white people watching. Stop that. And so I didn't like that. Then when Nene got off the show, the way she treated Lanithia, she run around, oh, me and Nene still friends. But then the word on the curb from Nene herself was that she hadn't heard from you. You wasn't speaking to her. Apparently something went down in Atlanta. This is just what Lanithia put out there, that there was someplace everybody was going, some lounge or whatever, and it was a big line, and Marlo had a VIP section, and she, mind you, this is all while she telling people her and Nene's still cool, and the guy was like, well, your friend is up in here. Text her real quick and you can go to her section. She texted Marlo. Marlo did not even respond to the text so Nene could come to her section. But she was
Oh
still
wow.
telling people they was cool.
I think it has a
Okay.
lot to do with Kandi because they said Kandi be doing like a lot of behind the scenes work, and
But
that
that ain't had nothing to do with Kandi. That's got everything to do with the fact that Marlo is for Marlo and Marlo ain't loyal to nobody. And
yeah.
Can
then
I
what
also?
the other thing that I didn't like was the fact that, like I mentioned, she was up there doing production dirty work. You claim Nene is your friend. Nene letting her come back around her. I would never. I don't know why Lanithia does that. She allows people to come around that should never even be in her space, including Portia. But I digress. But you act like this your home girl, so y'all back kicking it, you hanging, this your girl. But you doing the dirty work for production, the same people that kept trying to paint your friend as a villain, and you knew what the truth was. Why would you do their dirty work?
I
If they
think
wanted
I,
Kandi and Kenya, they would have had to get Kandi and Kenya on their own. I would have never helped them.
that's true, but I think since NBC runs Bravo, they probably were like, "Look, she need to work for this 2.3. You think you can get it done?" And that's why I think a lot of content creators is getting like inside tea that, oh, they making Kandi work this season because she hasn't, like, for the past what 5 years she's been
I
sliding
like
by.
I get all that, Couture Baby, but what I'm saying is Bravo has also allowed her to do that for 5 seasons and not work for her check. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
they allowed her to do that. It should have been up to them to make that whole work. Marlo should not have helped them. I'd have put my hands in my pockets and sat on them.
Well,
Why would you help?
they couldn't get Phaedra back because remember, and I
Phaedra
know
say she ain't coming.
Phaedra said she ain't coming, but a lot of people forget this. Andy said all Phaedra had to do was say I'm sorry or something like that, and he would have brought her back. And I said, with an allegation like that, and then something in my mind said it was either Andy or somebody close to Andy that told Phaedra that because Phaedra was
Carlos, it wasn't no Andy. Carlos King is the one that told Phaedra, and Phaedra told Portia, and Portia told Kandi what she heard. And Kandi took it and ran with it. Oh, they trying to slander me. They calling me Bill Cosby. Girl, you the one went and told everybody. Portia told you what she heard. Portia said, I was told that you said something. She
yeah.
didn't go calling everybody on the cast and saying, y'all, Kandi said this, Kandi did that. Kandi took that and
Right.
blew it up because she thought, oh, okay, Portia heard something, but if Portia repeated it to me, then I'm gonna just take it and make like Portia slandering me. That's why her face hit the floor at that reunion when she found out, nah, boo, she got it from your friend, your ex bestie. That's who told her what you said.
Yes, but
Right.
I knew something had to go on because Andy went and told the world because they were like, "Would you bring Phaedra back?" And y'all know he's big to say who he don't want back. He said, "I will definitely bring her back," and he said, "I was trying, I was working with her like Phaedra, please come on, come on." And Phaedra said she did not care, and that's when I knew. I said, "Oh baby, they got some real tea. Something was right."
Now, for me, I just feel like Phaedra don't need to apologize, not for saying she heard something. She heard it, period. And there's nothing to apologize for. And if y'all peep game, Phaedra never said it wasn't true. She simply apologized to Portia for putting her in it. So the fact that she never said it was not true, I believe there's a little grain of truth to it. That's number one. Number two, Phaedra don't need to come back. Production, NBC, Universal, Bravo, Truly Original, and Andy Cohen need to eat this dirt. They created this situation and now they need to pay for it. They need to pay for it. Marlo ain't had no business helping them.
Can I also say something?
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you. And I think the main reason I see with Marlo, I'm conflicted. I love her for her fashion. I love her for the way she can shade them. I don't think season 14 should have been her year to go after certain people to make production happy. That I can agree with. What I also know is that Kenya and Marlo naturally cannot stand each other. But I also remember the fact that Kenya, mm, I think Marlo had said something about she had apologized to Kenya several times, and
Mm-hmm.
Kenya wouldn't accept it. But I'm also thinking Kenya is that spiteful person. In a
Yeah.
way, she's like Nene, where she won't let go of her grudge. I think
Yeah,
that's
she holding on to the fact that Marlo was like, you evil, that's why your own mama ain't want you. But at the end of the day, was that mean? Was it below the belt? Absolutely.
Ooh,
Um,
it
it
was
was
so
it was
shady.
it was
Yeah,
it was
definitely below the belt.
but that's what I meant about Marlo be going too far sometimes. Like
But
she'll
to
have a real
right.
big
but
reaction. So
but
you
if
know.
we gonna keep it real, mamas ain't off limits. And if I'm
Mhm.
telling the truth, if you sitting up calling me all type of hoes, I'm gonna talk about your mama too. Like
Facts.
Yeah,
please don't get it twisted. I'm gonna
yeah,
talk about your mama, your grandmammy, your granddaddy, all of them.
yeah. And that's why it didn't really make me that much of a never mind. Like it was mean, but I was just like, well, a lot of them say things that are mean. And really, I posted in the chat too. Kenya and Marlo are very similar people, and they even have very
Those are
similar
both Aquarius
backgrounds.
women, honey. Those are both
You,
Aquarius women, and I'm an
they
Aquarius
are.
too.
I
I'm
am
an
too.
Aquarius too. So all us
Yep.
got that mouth. It can go that
Hmm.
way. The
Oh
only
yeah.
difference is Kenya really ain't that smart, so her stuff don't come out right. I don't know
Hmm.
what's wrong with her. It's like she did see. I don't know whether it's like a little bit of a clear girl mixed in there or something. It don't. Her stuff don't land right. Or as Candace say, Secret Squirrel say on Potomac, she don't stick the landing.
Right.
She don't stick the landing. God darn
Hmm.
Marlo gonna stick the landing
I agree.
every
I,
time.
I
And I don't
Hmm.
knock her for that because I promise you I try not to roast people too bad. But if I decide to
Hmm.
roast you, I promise you on God I'm gonna stick the landing. I promise you that.
I
Look,
do have a
I'm
question
with you.
though. Do y'all think Sanya is trying to set her sister up to be a friend of the show so she can get
I
a
I
don't
prize?
I think Sanya's sister is trying to set herself up to be
thank
like
you.
not very well liked, or she want
Thank
to be
Wait,
a
you, Jenna.
wait. You said it's whose sister?
Sanya.
Sanya.
He's about
Sanya.
Hmm.
Sanya Ross's sister, that ungrateful cow that's sitting
Hmm.
up in her house and not paying bills and talking about Sanya
Yeah,
got a boundary problem. Girl, you got a
Yeah.
boundary problem. What the hell is
I
your
do.
boundary?
Look,
And
I
I don't
do.
know if y'all peeped this or you if you addressed it because I got to run back and watch the replay too because I missed some of it. I was late watching the show too, so I got to go in and comment the video and watch some of the beginning. But did you hear her call her a dingbat or something?
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
I
Yes,
was
she
like,
did. She talking
I
about
would
because
have
Dingbat over here
I would have
asked them
stopped
that
the
they wanted
whole
to go
scene.
outside. She real disrespectful for somebody, for a homeless person. Can we just call it
Child,
what it is?
yeah.
You real
Look,
spoken
child.
for a homeless chick. And see,
look.
that's the difference right there. This is why Aquarius women need to stay out, normal women's business. Because that's the
Look.
first thing
I
that comes
agree.
out my mouth. You real sporty for a homeless chick. You got a
Hmm.
lot to say for a
Hmm.
homeless girl with an unemployed husband.
Listen, I would have pulled the Latasha Scott
Woo!
mama move. Cut the cameras.
I That's exactly what I was just about to say. They would have had to turn the cameras off. I would have moved so much furniture around in there.
You
I
know
would
what?
because
Look,
the
Cause,
kids
but
was in the
look.
see,
room and
but
everything.
you ain't catch that, Jenna. Cause Torbay talking about she'd have made them cut the cameras after I called that woman homeless. But I'm telling you, I would have, and I would have
No,
let her know if you
I'm
want to
with
know
you.
about a boundary, you can always go sign a lease on a boundary.
The moment she would have said
You can always
dingbat,
go get you can always go pay a deposit and get your lights and the utilities turned on at a boundary.
I would have
Mm-mm.
been.
Look.
She would have been all type of B words. My mom would have had to go
I wouldn't
down
have called her
to
no.
the
I
Florida.
promise you, I wouldn't
No,
have did no, never do that, baby.
we
Never, never,
we we
never
would have.
disrespect your mother.
Not
I can
not my
promise
mom.
you.
Not my mom.
I,
I'm talking about the
but
moment the
her mama
dingbat.
was sitting there, Couture
Yeah,
Bay. Her mama was sitting there. You can't do that in front of your mama.
you right. I would be like,
Mm-mm.
mom, please
Let
leave.
me
My
tell
mom
you
cursed like a
something.
wholesaler. I could.
Look.
You ain't never. All
I
I'm gonna
don't
tell
cuss in
y'all.
front of my mom, but I would be
Thank
like, mom,
you.
please
Yeah,
leave.
don't ever do that. Please never do that. You give yourself bad luck. But in reality, I can promise you, I wouldn't have had to use one curse word, and I'd have roasted her down to her toenails right there in front of Mama. You
Right.
sitting up in
Here's.
here, you got a whole man up in here. You got two children up in here eating meat and wearing shoes, living where you can't afford to live. And I'm employing your husband and I'm housing you. And you talking about a goddamn boundary. I'm crossing boundaries because I keep giving him something to do. Well, if you get him a job, I wouldn't have to give him something to do. He could get up every day, punch a clock, and have something to do. Or I can give
Hmm.
both of y'all something to do called find somewhere to live. It's called house hunting. How's that for something to do?
Right.
It's
You
just
know.
shameful.
You know what? And I actually agree with you there. I do think her sister's trying to set herself up as a friend of. She's not doing nothing to help Sonya out anyway.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. But see, this the
You.
thing. I feel like she got a confessional because she there. I feel like Sanya, yes, I be life coach. It is embarrassing for Sanya. And I also feel as though Sanya wouldn't mind helping her sister get on the show. I think Sanya don't realize how dangerous her sister is. Let me tell you something. I got one of them. Let me tell you.
Hmm.
Listen. Let me take y'all. Y'all got a couple minutes for a quick story.
Come on with
Yes.
it.
Yes, we do. Come on,
Always.
Sinitra, tell us
Tell
your
you.
story.
Let me tell you about how sometimes them birth sisters, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. I had one of them was sitting up real live in secret competition with me. I wasn't competing with her. I was looking out, best way I could every time I thought of something, or she called me, I need gas money, X, Y, and Z. She's 7 years older than me, but I was always looking out. Please know that.
Hmm.
I got this here for a job. I was working at the prison. I got her a job at the prison. Only thing I told her was, make sure you don't tell nobody you my sister because I got a lot of enemies. I'm a rough chick. They
Hmm.
can't touch me, but you far enough down, they can touch you. What y'all want to guess the first thing she did when she got out there?
Told
Hmm.
Told her,
everybody I was related.
yep.
Mm,
Told them that we were related, set up talking about me, calling me out my name. And baby, it took one.
Mm.
Yes, she did. And it took one of those real prejudiced redneck nurses. I was cool with her. I'm cool with everybody until you give me a reason not to be.
Mm-hmm.
She came and she was
Look,
like, "That lady, Miss Smith, you know her?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, can I talk to you?" She shut my office door. She said, "Miss Locker, are you related to her?" I said, "I'm assuming she told you that." She said, "Yes." She said, "You her sister." I said, "She didn't lie. We have the same mother, same father." Baby, that girl sat there and read me down. Everything that Heifer said about me, called me all out my name. I'm nasty. I'm this, I'm that, I'm the
mm,
third.
mm-mm.
Strangers?
Hmm?
Damn.
The
To
strangers?
strangers, baby.
Oh.
To strangers, baby. Let me
Mm-mm.
tell you something else. There was a man who tried to assault me when I was all of 16 years old. And I didn't tell nobody but her and my best friend Jewel. Fast
Mm.
forward, I'm in my 20s. My sister went back and slept with that same man and tried to have a relationship with the man who tried to assault me.
Oh,
Oh.
that.
Let me tell you, baby,
Damn.
that sister
Mm-hmm.
crap ain't all it's cracked up to be.
You
And
ain't
on
never
the
lie.
flip side, I got some
Mm-mm.
sisters that we are not related by blood, but they down for me and I'm down for them. Sanya gonna have to wake up or else she gonna
Yes.
get a rude awakening. That girl is not for her.
Yep. Well, we don't have to go into my story time and my trauma, but I have one like that too, and that's why sometimes I don't feel bad about not giving my daughter a sibling because I know it could go either way. Because I got a couple siblings that ain't worth nothing, and I got my siblings that are worth something, and then I have like you said, my not blood sisters that are ride or die for me, and I know they've been there for me for decades. So you just gotta have that spirit of discernment. And Sonya don't have that because she looked like her feelings were hurt during that scene. And I
Yeah,
don't
she got
know
her
if
feelings hurt.
like,
And I
yeah,
saw that look on her face, girl. That's why I'm
I
yeah,
saying
I
she
think
yeah,
she
is going to have that wake up moment. You cannot
mm-hmm,
sit up being loyal to family that ain't loyal to you because when the
mm-hmm,
loyalty does not go both ways, that is not a bond, that is bondage.
yep,
You
that's
know,
true.
I've always.
I think that's why she was looking like that because when we saw the precursor for the show for this season, the husband said they gotta go, and that husband she loved her husband more than she loved him, so she gonna get them about her house because that man has provided her a life and a well-being where she can have all those people because we know especially in the black community everybody up in here absolutely not.
right.
And you got kids? Like what? You can't
All
go
I'm gonna
get you a
say is
job?
this. I can tell you one thing about it and two things for sure. That girl is not about to lose her husband to keep them freeloaders in her house.
Oh, not at all. She
And she ain't
crazy.
got
No.
no business losing her husband to keep them free. If my husband come home and say, "Look, so and so can't stay there," guess what?
You can't
Unfortunately,
stay.
we gonna have to pack your plate to go because Daddy said
Mm.
you can't be here.
Not pack
Can
your
I,
plate.
can I also say?
Right.
I want to
Yeah.
say this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel. I do feel like, in a way, Sonya's how she interacts with her family members. It explains why she's always trying to be loyal to. How she's trying to say that she's loyal to Marlo. Her own. If her own sister doesn't respect her, none of her other family members can respect her in her own house that she's allowed them to stay in. Why in the world or am I gonna respect you, but then go to Marlo and Marlo may or may not actually care about her, but she's gonna be loyal to her.
But I
I
mean,
think in a way,
okay, if we gonna be real, if she gonna call the girl her friend, shouldn't she be loyal to her friend? Should she be a backstabbing friend?
no, she should be a backstabber friend. I felt, see, that's what I'm saying. It's conflicting because she was friends with with Drew and turned on her.
Yeah, she flipped on Drew real hard.
She
Like she
did.
turned on Drew so bad because she wanted to be a part of that in crowd. And baby, she saw everybody was picking on Drew, and she was like, "Nah, boo, I can't hang with you."
But that's because she's thirsty and clout chasing in a way they don't even realize. She's looking for a friend and a sister because she clearly doesn't have that in her actual sister. And so where she flipped on Drew, where she probably could have been more close personal friends with Drew, whether it's in the scope of the show or real life, she, like you said, rather have been over with the in crowd. So she flip
Yeah,
flopped on her because she don't know any better. So that's all that
yeah.
is, that spirit of discernment. And like when she said tonight, when she said we had a real big fight. I wonder if that was actually when she talked to her crazy. Was it in that moment? And I know somebody said in the chat That's probably why Ross left, because he's probably seen left in that moment. He's like, well, I'm gonna go check on our son. I'll see y'all later.
He
Because
probably
he's
and
probably
now
over it and has seen all that
and
crap play out before.
he's
Hmm.
probably seen that stuff happening there
Exactly.
before
And
and
he's
want to
like, all
stay out
right.
of them people's stuff
He's
because
like,
at
I
the
see
end of
what
the
y'all
day,
about to do. I'm leaving.
and not only that, at the end of the day, when you marry into a family, you just that you married in. That's not the
Hmm.
same. Those are not your kinfolks. So stay out
Yep.
of that mess.
So that was her parents, the sister, and the sister's husband. And Ross
That's
was like,
family
I'm going
stuff.
to excuse myself.
That's
Goodbye.
family stuff, and he got up out of there. And I'm telling you, that's probably got something to do with why he made that decision that they got to get the hell up out of there too.
Hmm.
All that bickering and arguing going on,
Hmm. And because
Right.
not good in front of the children.
and he's not.
Right.
But guess what? That man ain't wrong. He has every right not to be made to be made uncomfortable in his
Hmm.
house. And we've already seen when it comes to Ross, he don't really like people disrespecting his wife, and it's
Right,
not.
that's what I was about to say. And they
And
try
so
to
with
roast
it,
him
and
last
then so
season
with
for
it
telling
being
people.
and so with it being family, he can't really snap on them. So he
Hmm.
got to kind of let you disrespect his wife, even though he don't like it.
And he might not even
Right.
be able to say nothing like he wants to because of how people try to act like he was so mean and aggressive last season when
No,
it wasn't
I
even that
doubt that.
serious.
I
No,
seriously doubt that
I
how
think that's part of it.
he acts in his home because that's his house. That's that man house. I
No,
seriously
and
doubt.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say he would have stood up and cursed at them or anything.
Yeah,
And I
but
don't even think what he
But I'm
did was
no, that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm
what you
saying
saying.
is, I seriously doubt Kenya Moore lying on that man last season has very little to do with how he conducts himself inside his home. That's what I'm
Okay, I
saying.
see what you're saying.
I feel like he is legit trying to be respectful because that's his wife's kin people. Like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm gonna try to stay out of y'all stuff, but at the
Yes.
same time, they are, walking on thin ice because that's still that man's wife.
Yeah. And
Right.
not only, like
And
you
I
said, trying to stay out of it, but also he might be sick of it, is the other
But I'm
layer.
telling
Because,
you, he's trying to stay out of it. Y'all talking about why he left that room. He trying to stay out of that. He really
yeah,
is. And
I
because
think it's both things.
we already see that Ross got a mouth. He know how to talk when he needs to, but he's trying to respect the fact that y'all family, and I'm gonna leave that alone.
He's
right.
probably like, just whatever y'all argue now, I'm
Yeah,
putting y'all in the way. So,
y'all go ahead and deal with that because that was the look that I saw on that man's face when he got
hmm,
up out of there. Like this, y'all. But you can only do that but so much because a man is naturally going to be protective over his wife, whether it's family or not. And eventually they gonna want to get in it. And I
hmm,
think his version of getting in it was saying, get them the hell up out of here.
I agree. That's exactly how I feel.
I
He
agree.
ain't gonna argue back and forth with them. He's not gonna raise his voice at your mama and them or none of that. He gonna pull you to the side and say, "Get these Negroes up at this house."
Hmm. Yep.
And he's not wrong
I
either.
Not at
I
all.
do agree with you on that. And I think in a way he sees that Sonya. I think Ross is seeing that Sonya takes things to heart too fast. She's trying to balance everything. She's trying to be the perfect wife, the perfect daughter, sister. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What was it? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say?
Well,
because
Right.
she
he knows that she was taking care of him. She said it. My parents was the managers. My sister was the hairdresser.
mm-hmm.
The,
Hmm.
they eat off me, and they wasn't even smart enough to go get them extra clientele, which speaks volumes about them. That
Yep, they're comfortable being dependents.
Hmm. Yeah, because what did the husband do before? Oh, real estate. She said something about he
Yeah,
tried to
but
break
but
into
Real
real
but
estate.
he
estate.
can't get it going there in Atlanta. And so
Right.
now all of a sudden this hooker want to say that Sanya is don't have no boundaries because she gave your husband a job. Was she supposed to
Yeah.
let that Negro sit up there and live off of her?
That's the
You already
problem.
living off of her.
They should be adding to the household. Like at first when they came onto the show, I could have seen like, oh, they live in like compound style, like all the families together. But no, they're very much just living off of the Ross section of the family,
That's what they doing. They living
and
off
that's
the
not
Rosses
okay. That's not okay
because
at
I
all.
agree.
the Rosses don't need a compound. They got it.
Hmm.
Now that's the
Yeah.
problem. The Rosses don't need no help.
Hmm. And I'm not even saying that if they were to need any help, but like if you're doing something like that, that kind of communal living, y'all should be putting in. And it didn't even seem like they were even like, the way Sanya was all stressed out, it was like, didn't even seem like in the conversation you had between their parents, it didn't even seem like they were really helping with the kid. So
They
it was
wasn't
like,
doing anything. They just want to live in that two-time NFL champions house and got
That's
a
what they
$1
want to do.
stove. That's
They
it.
want to live in the NFL house. That's what they want to
yeah.
Right. They want to live this lifestyle, but they don't want to do the work.
do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, she caught that husband all by herself. Y'all didn't help
Okay,
her
that
catch
didn't
that
set
man.
her up with him.
Yeah, y'all didn't help her catch that man. But all of a sudden, they want to help her spend that man money. I got a problem with that.
Somebody said that sound like Sister Underbridge.
Yeah, that's
Who
it's,
that?
it sounds
That was kind of
exactly like
you.
Sister Underbridge because that's
It
exactly what
is.
Sister Underbridge was doing when it came to Ashley Darby, sitting up
Mm-hmm.
there counting on Smeagol's check. Your sister, your daughter was the one sleeping with Smeagol for that darn money, not you.
I agree.
Smeagol. Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
mean, I'm just saying, in the middle of the night, Ashley was the one playing connect the dots on them liver spots. Underbridge wasn't in that room.
That is right. And look,
When
Oh.
he went to taking
I'm
off his
telling you,
clothes, when he went to taking off his clothes and all them skin flakes was falling off,
And told the
Mm.
extra
and
men and
she
women to
had the
come up
whole
in there.
still, and she had the
Yeah.
whole still while something like that naked was coming at her. Sister Underbridge wasn't there to help her, and neither was
Mm-mm-mm.
Uncle Lump. She was all by herself in the
Yeah.
middle of a living nightmare. It was her in
Because
the midnight.
at least Sonya called her somebody cute.
Yes, God.
yeah,
Because Ross is very attractive.
Listen, at
Ross
the
is.
end of the day, NFL money might not be billions of dollars, but God darn it, it's enough. Especially
Mm-hmm.
when you can stand to look at the man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sanya the one
Mm-mm.
caught that man. And ain't no man to walk in the park. So we don't even know what she went through to keep that man.
Right.
And then here come her family feeling like they entitled to this man money by proxy. But when Sanya was the one laying up, cooking, cleaning, massaging, listening to, being pissed off and not strangling him, not smothering him in his sleep, all that stuff that wives have to do. Where they at?
Yeah. That's a lot.
And
That's
that's
a
Yeah,
lot.
why and that's why I always I was giving her the side eye when I saw her in the confessional. I said either Sanya is setting this lady up to be a friend of the show, or she like, look, something got to shake.
Yeah.
Something got
No,
to
I
shake.
don't. I don't even think that's the fake flim flam that some people were talking about with Mia and old girl that they were trying to set her up
No,
to
this
come on the
ain't no
show.
flim flam.
This is the sister being underhanded and trying to snake her way in, and I don't like it. She talked to as soon as it stopped me in my tracks. When you hear me what I say when she's called her a dingbat, and I was like, she said what now? And we're just
Yeah,
moving
she
on with the
called
rest of
that
the
girl that
conversation.
and all of that, the look on her face, you can't fake that. I know that look.
Mm-hmm.
I know that look. The
I
difference
don't.
is I ain't no Sonya. When I got that look on my face, you gonna hear from me right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
You
don't
gonna hear
like
from
that.
me right this minute.
Yeah.
The idea that she had the nerve to say you ain't got no boundaries because you keep giving him something to do. Unemployed people often need things to do they
And
not?
if she wants to talk about somebody that don't have no boundaries, you don't have no boundaries because y'all have a family relationship, obviously, but your husband's interaction with your sister as a employee relationship don't have nothing to do with you. So you don't have no boundaries. Like unless there was something like really crazy going on and you felt so inclined to say something, but that really wasn't Sonya's sister's place to say anything. And it don't sound like she's probably like, now I don't know the situation obviously, but I would guess that it doesn't sound like she's doing anything that's that out of order in terms of him being the assistant.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's
they just
an
probably feel entitled to
assistant.
not have to work that hard.
That's what it is. She don't want him to have to do no work, but see, if you an assistant, you gonna have to assist.
Right. And then
right.
you have to set boundaries in any working relationship, but that's up to you and your employer.
But
Like your
see,
wife is not supposed to be talking on your behalf.
she don't want her husband to have to work for nothing. She feel like her sister owe it to her to just give it to her
Hmm.
husband.
Yeah. And they
She's
want to be.
she's an ungrateful cow, is what she is.
Mhm.
I
I'm willing
agree.
to believe it. Because
She's
I
anytime
an
you
do
come,
too.
ungrateful cow. I
mhm.
can't stand that girl. Like last season, I didn't pay her no attention. Maybe I didn't get to see enough of her to pay her any attention. I did realize last season that I didn't like Sonya's mama, which was shocking
Ooh,
to me because
me neither.
I
I
normally
couldn't
like
tell.
the mamas. Y'all know I normally like the mamas, but I didn't like her
Right.
mama.
I
Mm-mm.
didn't either, and I said no
I
wonder she
couldn't
don't want to have no
stand her, to be honest.
kid up in that house because it's too many of them. They can't
Mm.
be free. Like, how can you enjoy your marriage and you got to be like tame who you are? And it's too. Ugh, they would have been out my house. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I can't. I don't like it how the mom tried to control what happened in Sonya's house. Saying
Mm-hmm.
you don't even pay the bills. You don't do nothing.
Don't
You
pay
eat her
near bill,
food.
I'm sure.
You use their electricity. You use their water. You don't
Mm-hmm.
do nothing, but you want to go and control the household.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
And like if it was,
Yeah.
She
no,
is
mom,
out of line.
she way out of line.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I realized from last season that I did not like her mama. And when all that stuff went on between her and Drew, and the first thing that irritated me with the mama was okay. Once you heard what went on, you should have asked for the whole story. Age is supposed to give wisdom. Okay, as an adult, as a mother, you don't get involved with children's mess. Okay, some of y'all might have heard your mama say that before. We don't get
Yep.
involved with children's mess. Okay, so I actually expected her as a mother when her daughter came to her with that stuff to say, well, what tell me everything that was said, rather than just hearing a little bit and talking about what Drew better do this and Drew. Girl, you too old to be talking about what Drew better do and Drew better watch it. I didn't like that. That was just tacky to me.
Mm.
It really
I
gave me
didn't
a
like it
different
either.
type of view of her. You know, she didn't conduct herself like a mother at all.
Cause she thinks she a homegirl. She's like, listen, we up in here getting it, and I gave Drew so much respect because I said it could not have been me. I would have called my mama. Like, this lady in here acting a fool. You need to see about her.
Yep.
Right. I have my own issues with how Sonya's mom acts and interacts. Her
Mm-hmm.
mom makes it.
She
Sonya's
want to
mom makes.
go ahead.
Look, look, Sonya's mom literally acts like she is running the household,
Yep.
but
She
in
want to
a
be
way,
Mama Joyce 2.0, but it's not given what she should
yes,
have given.
But go
she's
ahead and
being
get it
no,
out. True crime.
but yes, like how you're saying, she's trying to be Mama Joyce 2.0, and it's not working because at least Mama Joyce brings wisdom with her when she talks.
Mm-hmm.
When Sonya's mom talks, it's all about you need to respect me. I'm in charge. This is my house. Yet you don't pay. Yet I don't pay no bills. How you own a
And the
house?
thing, I agree. I'm sorry. I was about to chime
But
in,
how
but you
can you? But how can you own a house? How then can you tell somebody how they need to run their house, but you don't pay no bills?
see, this is the
How you,
thing. My mother, Lord rest her soul, my mama was very opinionated, very, bossy, and let me tell it that was part of her charm. Okay. However, I just feel as though her mother has shown repeatedly that she doesn't conduct herself like a mother. You almost expect mamas to be a little bossy. That's kind of who they are. I think that's part of the job or something. They're bossy. And now that I'm an old mama, I can, recognize that I'm bossy. It kind of
Hmm.
happens. But at a certain point, as a mother, why would you do anything that could possibly jeopardize your daughter's marriage? I don't, she just seems very irresponsible to me.
I agree,
Very irresponsible. Why would you do
Hmm.
anything that could jeopardize your daughter's marriage?
and I don't think she. I don't see cares about the marriage. She
She
wants
does,
the money.
but she's too. But to me, isn't that kind of the same thing though? Because if you mess around and tear up your daughter's marriage, where you gonna get money from? Like I'm
That
not
is
saying
true.
your daughter is broke, but you know where the money is coming from. So why would you do something silly like that? You know what I mean? A woman of her age should know better. That's what irritates me
Mm-mm.
with her. She doesn't conduct herself like an elder at all. And I don't like it because that's dangerous territory. Elders get their respect because they conduct themselves like elders. When you start acting like you're young, people gonna start talking to you like you're young, and then you're gonna cry.
Mm-mm.
I'm being honest. Like I didn't like her vibe at all. When I first saw her, I was like, no, immediately no.
Mm-mm.
Right.
I didn't like her vibe at all. I thought it was just me.
True, but
Mm-mm.
hey, let me go charge my earbuds. I'll probably be back.
How long you think we staying in here?
I don't know. My earbuds don't take that much. Look, I'll be around here somewhere.
Okay.
I'll be in the side chat.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for popping up, boo.
No problem.
Yeah.
I, I was about to scroll back because I'm like, what else happened in this episode besides Drew not even being in the first episode? Which I was like, that's just interesting.
She had a family emergency now.
Now, I believe that anybody can have a family emergency if stuff happens. I don't know,
Something with her
people be watching
daddy.
by, yeah, some behind the scenes. And I hope everybody's okay. But I also think it was just interesting that, like, to Kenya's point, not that I want her to be all in his face and trying to check other people when she didn't check her own husband. But why would you show up instead of being home supporting your wife? I know they going through a divorce and all this mess, so he is a snake in the grass as far as I'm concerned, but it just looks weird. Like, is it like sort of a thing to secure their position on the show? Because to me, it just looks strange.
Well, he said he was there to support Ross. You know, the guys are friends too. They got their little bromances and stuff. So,
I just,
like, that didn't really bother me so much.
I just thought it was. I
I
think
was
it was weird
actually
because
more bothered by Kenya trying to check somebody's husband.
I
That
just
was
think it's
very
weird.
bothersome.
I think I just don't like Ross. I mean, not Ross, the other one, Ralph. I
Ralph.
don't like him because I think he's a snake and he is.
Well,
I feel
Ralph
like
ain't
he is.
now.
You said was I'm sorry.
I said, now you know Ralph ain't likable.
Right. He doesn't. He don't even like his wife, which is a mess for Drew. But like, yeah, I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't like his face, and I think he is opportunistic. And I think that was very clear when he tried to act like he was going to write that book about being a stepfather, and then was saying he wasn't going to adopt the little boy. And now, fast forward to now, they getting divorced. So I was like,
Well,
that
you
told
know
me
them
all I
people
needed to
look
know.
really together. You realize that, right?
Well, I know that now, but like that's no reason to, and it seemed very clear then, but that's no reason to try to write a book about some mess to try to make a money grab off of something where you're supposed to be somebody's father figure. That was whack to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know,
I don't know.
just
To me, I guess
personally.
I just look at things for what it is. It's like we know them people ain't really like together like that. So I wouldn't have
Hmm.
expected any better from him. I don't know that I
Hmm.
like him or dislike him. I'm kind of indifferent when it comes to him. Because I feel
Hmm.
like they came on the show, him and Drew came on the show faking. Y'all know y'all wasn't really together like that. That's why they came in making up
Hmm.
stories about him going away for 3 days and she don't know where he is. Like Drew was
Hmm.
just as much a part of his nonsense as he was. And I guess that's
Hmm.
why I really can't give Drew none of my energy.
Hmm.
Honestly, she would have to tell me that man, jumped on top of her neck like 3 or 4 times, like Super Mario Brothers or something to get my attention. I just don't care
Yeah.
because Drew came in being dishonest, and I just couldn't get into it. To be honest, I really couldn't
Mm.
because it's just so fake.
It still annoys me though. I don't like it.
Like
Because
I
that's
can dig it. I
Mhm.
totally dig where you're coming from. I just don't like Drew shenanigans. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah,
None
it's
of
a
it.
high level of fakery, and she really leans into the actress of it all, and just
Yep.
acting for the cameras, and so that's what she be doing. So you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's so fake. Like if I'm being really real about Drew, I feel
Hmm.
like Drew should have never been on this show. Drew never fit into this cast. Drew was
Hmm.
a bad fit for this show. Lord,
Hmm.
Gotham News say he want a man like Ross Child. Ross got that coinage. Yeah,
Hmm.
money grab, Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I never saw it for Drew. How do you come on a new show and your first act on a reality show is bringing fake drama? I just was disgusted.
But you know, a lot of them do that and be in these fake relationships just to be on the show. Like they should really like to part of the conversation earlier about people feeling like they have to have a man on these shows. There's been plenty of women on these shows, housewives, quote unquote, that haven't had a man for years, had never been married or whatever. They need to stop getting into these fake relationships for the sake of having a storyline about the romance and just let something develop naturally or not and focus on whatever other aspects of the show. But they get into these fake relationships and be having babies with people that they probably don't have no business being with. And it's like, oh Lord, I just this doggone chicken commercial that come on again in the background because
Oh
I
my
started
god.
playing the video. It makes me mad all over again. Let me just turn this off. Lord Jesus, it's too much.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. On that note, it's probably time for me to go on to bed. Then
Yep,
they
it's
done
time
annoyed me
to
again.
go.
But I thank you so much for letting me come up and chat with y'all. And I'll be watching every Sunday so I can come in and like
Girl,
the video and comment and cut up with y'all. Hopefully,
Jenna, don't you start that talking about thank me for letting you up. Let me tell you
yeah.
something. Thank you for coming up here to hang with me. Because I love reading the comments. I really do. I joke about the reading rainbow, but I do love reading the comments. But I love it even better when I can sit up and we can cackle and talk and get into it about these people. I love it. So I thank
Yes.
you. You ain't gotta thank me. I'm thanking you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I need a little cackle tonight too. So I
I know
appreciate
that's
all y'all. And y'all was making me laugh in the chat too. So I appreciate y'all.
all right. Well,
Have
we
a good night.
appreciate you, Jenna. Good night, love.
Let me jump down. All right. Bye bye.
All right, bye. Now to the rest of y'all, I'm about to tell y'all good night too. We done been up in here I ain't gonna say all night, but we've been up in here for a couple of hours and we gonna slide because as things go on, I don't know how things gonna progress. And y'all know sometimes this porch can run long. Y'all have had me on here sometimes 3, 4, 5 hours. So I'm gonna take my time and run at we coming up on 2.5 hours. I'm gonna try to run now. Okay, because ain't nothing real heavy went on. And so we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna stop right there. And you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna call it a day or a night or the night and the day. Okay. But I'm gonna jump up out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming to laugh and talk and cackle with me. Our Sunday nights are back, y'all. We back on Bravo duty. We gotta watch them. We gotta watch them. We can't trust them. So we watching them to see what's happening. And we'll be back again next Sunday. Wait, next Sunday's Mother's Day. So we'll see. Now I will tell y'all this. Those of you who are members of the royal family, hey generous soul, we are planning a pretty hat tea in honor of Mother's Day, or as we say over here in the Royal Family, Mother's Month. So keep a lookout on the community tab for the flyers because they will be going up in the next day or so to let you know to get ready for your pretty hat tea. So wear your pretty hat, okay? Or if you don't want to wear your pretty hat to our party in our Royal Family Media Room, you can change your avatar to the prettiest picture of your mama, okay? But it's going to be one of the two for admission to that party, and you have to be a member of the royal family. So make sure you're there. We're gonna have door prizes, games, trivia, all them goodies. We're not gonna do it on the live stream like we did for Black History Month, but the pretty hat tea will be in the Royal Family Media Room, powered by Zoom. So just be ready, be aware. Make sure that you got you a pretty hat to bust or a real pretty picture of your mama, or you can do both if you want to. And I might even give out a gift for the prettiest hat. I mean, break out your church lady specials. You know the ones the first lady them be wearing. Just be ready because we're gonna have us a good time. So, with that being said, I'm gonna bid y'all a good night. I'm gonna bid y'all a good night. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna let y'all get some rest, and I'm gonna try to get some in between working because y'all know your girl gotta keep it moving. So make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, okay, make sure you hit your notification bell and click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this good porch. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because as you know, we'll be happy to have you over here. Make sure that you join if you want to join channel membership so you can attend parties and outings and whatnot that we have in our virtual environments. And Go in that description box. There's a membership link as well as a link to my Amazon storefront so you can pick up a few of my favorite things so we can craft together, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, sweet dreams. God bless. And remember, if no one else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it either. Talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.